going live. Lights up, Sunday night, IBB10, we're going live. Sussex football, front and centre, every club, every rumour, every contender. Dugout diaries, asking questions, Billy Wood with the big selections. Lee Penn's here, wide awake, but by 10 o'clock, that's up for debate. Goalie Mont, check the mic, is he on mute again tonight? Facts and rumours, football news, we say it first and clubs press post too. Chairman ringing, phones go mad, managers asking, where'd you hear that, lads? Transfers moving, whispers grow, IBB10 already know. IBB10, let's go, let's go. Sunday night, it's time for the show. IBB10, live and loud, facts and rumours move the crowd. IBB10, everyone knows where football news first flows. Powered by Dugout AI, whistle blows, we're going live. From the touchline to the changing room, every result, every rising move. Who signed who, who's on their way, who's got something big to say. Before the graphic, before the tweet, before the club makes it complete, we reveal the news, we set the pace. Sussex football knows the place. IBB10, let's go, let's go. Sunday night, it's time for the show. IBB10, live and loud, facts and rumours move the crowd. IBB10, everyone knows where the football news first flows. Powered by Dugout AI, welcome in, we're going live. We're going live.
Good evening. I hope you enjoyed the little intro song that we always provide with you, because it's always a banger. But we are back, full house tonight. The man, the myth, the legend himself, Dugout Diaries, is back tonight. Gentlemen, we have got a lot to talk about. We are going back to our roots, to what made us the award-winning show that we are. So, as we tweeted today, people, be prepared. Feelings may get hurt, but that's just what we do on this show. Billy, how are you, mate? And how was your weekend?
Yeah, all right. Busy. 1, 2, 3. Watched 4 games. Watched 4 games. Played 1 game. My agent has just contacted me literally just now. I don't know if anyone's seen my Twitter lately, but Elliot here from Playful. He's just contacted me. He's just contacted my agent. So yeah, I've let's go through the weekend very quickly. So Friday night went to Isthmian United, Vardinians. Very impressed with Vardinians. Very, very impressed with them. Saturday, Hastings United at home. 3 points on the board against the favourites to win the league. Everyone's favourites to win them. Croydon Athletic beat them 2-1. Nice. Then I went off to Chatham to watch SC Dons versus Little Common, which I know people will look at the result and go 4-0 and go, oh, easy. Little Common, banged up, young goalkeeper in goal, gave an absolute fight and were 1-0 down for about 70 minutes in that game. And the first goal for Dons was offside as well. And that was just before half time. Common were really, right. I'll give them credit. This morning, after my agent said, look, there's 2 clubs interested in you. There's 2 clubs. All right, we get you a pro move to Australia. There's 2 clubs. I've got 2 clubs on the hook. On the hook, right? I'm thinking, fuck. I've a little run out for the vets about 6 weeks ago. I think 8 weeks ago. I think it was, right. And I had a few blisters. It's been about a year since I had a run out, and I thought, you know what? If I've got 2 clubs looking at me after that one run out 8 weeks ago, I'm gonna have to have another run out. So I had a run out this morning. I played for Sedlescombe Vets this morning. Up the Sedlescombe, up the hard work, 80 minutes in the trenches, mate. It was hard. But then I then went and watched our new manager, Lauren Sharp. I don't know about that. We'll see. What to play? That's what we're on about. And then I went to watch Sharpie today. The Hastings women quickly before we get into everyone else, Lee. But It's been a big summer for Lauren in the sense that she's gone in there. 14 players departed the football club in the summer. Some to go play higher, some to play lower. Make of that what you will. and she's rebuilt a team, brought in some good players, brought in a couple of attacking options in Leah Human and Danny Parfitt. Danny Parfitt's become captain of the club, a very experienced player. I think she's going to do great for Hastings. And she's put a team together. Unfortunately, the goalkeeper was unavailable today, so a young girl called Esme went in goal. And not a goalkeeper, gave her. But also, you got to have, well, not if you're a female, but the phrase, you've got to have a lot of bollocks to go and goal, haven't you, if you're not a
Yeah.
goalkeeper? A lot of bollocks. So massive credit to her for sticking in the sticks against a very good side in Saltdean Development, who are probably the best young players in Sussex women's football, like, part of the Basvic college program, the full-time program there.
Yeah.
And they're a good side. So, and it's the first game that team's played together. They had no pre-season games due to the upheaval. So, onwards, upwards, and I'm really excited for them and excited for what they can do. But what I do need, if anyone knows any good sports masseuses, because my legs are in bits and it's going to be even worse tomorrow. I've already got a blister on my big toe.
Oh dear. Monty, we're going to come to you in a minute because you've had quite an interesting day. Mike, how was your weekend, mate?
Yeah, really good, thanks. Good evening, all out there. Good to be back. Apologies, I missed it last week. Obviously, I was balls deep in a lot of beers at Littlehampton on the Sunday, and obviously, I was at the Midhurst stream the day before for the FA Cup. So, yeah, I've had a great weekend. Yesterday, down at Shoreham, Lancing, local derby, FA Vars. Yeah, fairly entertaining game. Went to penalties. And good to see a few faces about that
Yeah.
were there yesterday. And today, I was going to come and watch Hero Mont play at Rothery, but I was too busy getting the Dugout News, which had a spectacular opening weekend last weekend with over 700 downloads, which is incredible. And we managed to drop today a 63-page newsletter. So, I want to thank first and foremost the contributors that do this at their own time. Write a match report, write an article, write a story, all of that, and my AI bot puts it together, to be fair. So, it's getting easier each week. It's going to be every week we're going to do this. I know Billy is always concerned about my workload and spreading myself a bit too thin.
Always. It's worse than me, and I've got an issue with it. So,
But I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep pushing stuff out whilst we retain our number one spot as the brand to be with in the county, bar none. So
yes.
we're going to keep giving it back. And but I've had a great day. I'm going to catch a couple of games this week, I think, as well, because Saturday I am at one of my favourite niece's 21st birthdays, and all her friends love the show as well. So I'm going to go there. I might even do a little live stream there. So yeah.
Even.
But I'm going to catch a game midweek, but we'll talk about that later. But loads to talk about because we today are getting a bit fiery. We're going to call some people out. We're going to say some things, and we're going to do what we do best, and that is brewing up a storm.
That is very true. We've held back for a while, and I think we've all got a little bit that needs to get off our chest and put it out there. So, like I said, going back to our roots. Now, the hero, the man that said he was retired, but you just can't keep him retired. Goalie Mont, how are we, mate? And penalty hero, I hear.
I'm tired. I'm achy. Hot day against a very physical side. But, winners win.
yes, winners win, Mon. Love that.
Exactly it.
Winners win.
So, Mont, how was the game? It was Holland and Blair, was it you played today?
Holland and Blair, they're based around Gillingham in the Vars. It was an interesting game. We weren't at the level that we demand of ourselves. But it's always going to be hard against a team like Holland and Blair. They make it difficult for anyone with the physicality that they have in the team. We went 1-0 down early. Again, didn't really get into our rhythm, and then about 5 minutes before half time, we scored 2 goals in the space of about 3 minutes to go 2-1 up just before the break. Second half, again, we really struggled to get into our rhythm. They got a goal which I think is a foul, so shouldn't stand. But anyway, goes to penalties, and the thing I found funniest was their striker, their number 9, who'd been giving it all the talk during the game, didn't even have the bottle to step up and take a penalty. But the striker didn't even have the balls to take a penalty. I mean,
I hope you put it on him, Mon.
How can you be a striker and not fucking take a penalty?
Get his name, put it on here, get it in.
So I mean,
let's have a go at him.
But saved the first penalty in the shootout, and all of our lads scored theirs. So
look at that.
Amazing. Through to the next round. Well done, Roffy. Right, Mike, where are we starting this week?
Well, seeing as the man down here is your new boys, your Hastings boys started the season, started with a bizang. I mean, there's a lot we're going to talk about. In there, but I want to speak about Hastings first because the boy wonder below me. He's had a tough pre-season. He's been on the phone like Del Boy Trotter, trying to get players in here. New managers, coaches, restart for the team, and to be fair, you got a shock. I wouldn't say a shocking result, but you got a result that I probably didn't expect. From there, but tell us how it went, Bill.
Yeah,
so I think it's been evident. Pre-season results have been all over the gaff, right? They have, but I think I said on here, like, pre-season results are by the by. I don't think you get an idea of who's working, who's not, but I don't think you get the full picture. Like 4-0 Eastbourne United, I think probably flattered us. 2-0 Roffey was probably right. A couple of other games, like, that we didn't do well in, probably were right as well. So you kind of look at it and go, right, what's going on here? We then go to in the FA Cup, we get spanked in the FA Cup, and we were poor. Right? There's no denying we were poor. But I've had a lot of phone calls from different people, whether it's managers, whether it's people in the game, people around the game, questioning a lot about Hastings at the moment. Like questioning if certain things are right. And I'm never going to publicly, obviously, slag my club off, but I'm also not one who pretends or like who sugarcoats anything. Like I say it how it is. And yeah, Ronnie Dolan is an inexperienced manager. He is, but he is working hard. Not just him, Sammy, Trev, Luke Carter, Steph, Bobby. The whole team, we're working hard. We're all working hard, right? And that, like, my job is simple. I'm head of football, so I've lent on to recruit and to kind of get the Hastings identity back on can demand. Simple as. And anyone who's gave me shit about results, I've made it very clear. In my opinion, the group of players, say for example, I was managing this team, or I don't know, any Dave Orndorff, Chris Agata, Gary Elfit, whoever I was managing this team, I think this group of players is good enough to make the playoffs. That's my opinion.
Okay.
That's a big statement, Bill.
Yeah.
I actually don't think it is, and I know that. I don't. Look, Harry Haynes is fantastic. He's just got released from Bromley, and we put him on contract because we believe there's a huge value in him. Archie Cassidy isn't the finished product, but he's the same age as Harry. Been released by Bromley. I know he played for Horsham Wyham last year. He's got things he needs to learn about the game, but he's industrious, works hard, and he's up for the fight, right? Tom Chalmers is the best right back in the league and the league above, and can play anywhere on a football pitch. And again, proved it again yesterday. We run the show. Sam Pidgeon, exceptional. There's a Facebook on the Facebook fans page, someone wrote, is it too early to put up a statue of Sam Pigeon at Hastings United? Right. So you can see the value in Sam Pigeon, Ollie Black. We all know what Ollie Black's about. You only have to look at the midfield with Ronnie in there himself, Sam King, Max Walsh. Max Walsh getting a goal yesterday. You got Finn Chapman. You got Freddie Legg. You got Callum Erskine, who got his first goal for Hastings yesterday as well. Obviously, he's just been released by Gillingham. And Warren Fuller was sick, so he went about yesterday, but Kesner led the line. I look at the squad, and I look at what's on the bench, and I look at the young lads, the Joe Cliffords, the Elijah Shue, and people like that. And I look at it and I go, well, we are really all right. Don't get me wrong, will we have to bring players in throughout the season? Probably. Injuries and what have you. But we're a playoff squad. Now, how we get to the playoffs is by winning games of football, right? And winning them the right way. Yesterday, Croydon were fantastic and probably feel a bit hard done by, if I'm honest. They probably feel a little bit, just a little bit hard done by, probably by the fact they had a couple of good chances and they're a good side, right? And they've had 2 games now where they've made chances and not converted them and not picked up any points. And Keds is an unbelievable manager, Danny Kedwell, that is. Get on really well with him. I had a good catch up with him before the game. And he can let his boys have it after it. Let him have it because he's not good enough, in his opinion. And probably not for a side tipped to win the league, let's be frank. But we worked hard. If we can show that sort of battle throughout this season, results will go in our favour more than against us. There's still lots to work on. Still lots and lots and lots and lots to work on. And we'll get better at it. We'll work it. All right. But I'm really happy, but never too high, never too low. And also a win doesn't mask what we've got to do, right? Doesn't mask it. We've still got a lot of work to do.
That is fair enough. Well, I mean,
Just quickly, Barnaby Bay, keep commenting on that, man. I'll just have you out. Simple as that.
Yeah, slow down on the comments. It's the same ones. We've got Horsham
I know who you are, Barnaby. If you want me to put your real name on there, mate, let's go like that, yeah?
Yeah, but also, let's be frank. The Horsham, we'll discuss the Horsham YM thing in a bit, but we're not going to discuss what you discussed on Wednesday because that's done, right? It's fish and chip paper. We're going to talk about Horsham YM and we're going to talk about the future of Horsham YM, right?
Yeah, not the past. It's done now. So yeah, let's move on from the Horsham YM stuff, because they're going to get a new manager. It's going to be a new era. So we'll talk about that later on. Well, Bill, what I can say is, mate, I hope Hastings this season do really well, and fingers crossed, mate, they do get the playoffs because, like you said, Hastings are a big team. They shouldn't be finishing bottom half football. They should be.
No, but you've got to understand on that, Lee. Again, we'll talk. Like I say, I think we will obviously brush about that. We will talk about Horsham later. But you got to understand the Hastings change, right? The change, right? Daniel and Dov kept us up. We've done his job, but I think our team last year loses yesterday. Do you know what I mean? I think we lose not because the players aren't either good enough. I just think we lose. I think Hassick's away was a big indicator of the mentality of the team for me last year. If you watch the team yesterday, we went 1 down, by the way, 1 down at home.
Saw that.
Pulled it back. So, to have that mentality to, I was worried at 1-0. I thought, here we go, we're going to get rolled over here. It could end up being 3 or 4 because maybe we won't want to get back in the game. But as long as a Hastings United team always looks competitive in games of football, at the moment, in the transition with the ground and stuff, we're not going to win every game of football. But if we're competing every game of football, I'm happy.
That's all you can ask for. Mike, we put a list together, and then if anyone saw the graphic before, you would have seen the teams that are going to be discussed. So I think we need to start with the first team that was on there, and we have spoke about it before. We did upset them a little bit, but it is East Grinstead. Again, they lost. They lost yesterday, I believe. Yeah. But where do we start with East Grinstead? What is it?
I think the first thing you start with is congratulating Dave Connors, Crawley Down Gatwick.
Oh, absolutely.
For going away from home in what's quite a local derby. You know, I also know that both managers know themselves well.
Yeah.
And I know that because I've had a couple of drinks with them in an afternoon. In that, both great guys that I know, both really nice guys.
Picked up their first win yesterday, Mike. Picked up their first win of the season. They picked up their first win of the season yesterday.
Yeah, they did. And you know, Dave has, you know, just back calling that. Dave had some struggles, moved a few people around last year, and that made the right decisions, and obviously has paid dividends so far. But at the same time, are we going to be too harsh in judging teams already? I think it's too early.
It's still too early, yeah.
But you look at your teams. There's teams.
Hold on. Can I actually correct myself?
Okay.
If it's a new manager with a new side, I think it's too early. So if someone took over in the summer and with 3 games in, I think it's too early, right?
Yeah.
If you've managed 30 games for a football club or close by and nothing's changing, then with all due respect, maybe it ain't for you. Maybe it ain't for you. Do you know what I mean? I'm not being. Maybe I'm sounding a bit harsh. And this isn't just about East Grinstead. I think it's about a lot of teams now that I think sticking with managers is honourable and it's not quite a noble thing to do. And I don't think we need a merry-go-round with club people after 2 games or 3 games, like managers getting the sack, right? I don't think we need that. And I don't like. We predicted a managerial merry-go-round in the summer.
We did. Yeah.
A little bit slower than we thought, weren't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
We thought it was going to be the biggest one.
Yeah, but could it be the biggest managerial merry-go-round in August and September? Like that's so. Like for me, I look at it like this, and I look at it really simple with East Grinstead. At home on that carpet of a pitch. The only green pitch in Sussex, probably with the sprint, and also Hayward Heath with the sprinklers
and
coming
Worthing.
in. Yeah, but
Worthing United.
Well, fucking hell, they got some dough, haven't they? Right. So, like, I look at it and I go, let's break it down. Let's be honest. Like, rather than going, oh, they lost yesterday. They've 3 games, 1 point. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Their point came against Hayward Heath Town, who Hayward Heath are probably the best side in that league. I think. Like the best side.
One of yeah.
Also, Kev's been there for what? Is this his 3rd season now? Right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3rd season.
Yeah, he's done. No, he's done 1 full season and a half.
All right, so this is his 2nd full season. So yeah, okay, cool, right. So it's kind of half and half of what I just said, right? So, but Kev will obviously go forward, push it forward, and really, and I think Roffey will still win. I've got a feeling Roffey going to be the surprise package and win the league, and Monty's going to pick up a medal end of the season. But I look at it and go, we picked up a point there. They lost to Guernsey at home midweek, and Guernsey aren't great travellers, as we know. Yeah.
Yep.
And then they lose to Crawley Down Gatwick at home. So 2 home games, they picked up nothing. Now, picking up 1 point in 3 means they're 8 points. Wait, they've got to be 8 points behind now, aren't they? Well, no, less than that.
No, less than that, isn't it?
Well, I get what you're saying there. You can't get too far away, Bill, can you?
No, I don't think they're going to challenge for the league. I don't. I had them for the playoffs.
I think they'll be up there, 100%.
I had them for the playoffs. But the messages I get is it's a very player-led environment. I don't know if that's true, by the way, but that's what I hear. It's very player-led. So, like, the way they set up, the way they do things is kind of on the lads rather than the management. Also, just got an anonymous message. It's like, I don't even want to take credence with it, if I'm honest, but I'm going to say it because we always say the comments, right? It can be shut down. Geezer in Grinstead has put 60 grand of his own money in and got 4 points.
I don't think Andy's put anywhere near that money in.
I hope not.
I definitely know his company have done something.
Yeah.
But look at the start they've had. Yeah, I think this. You've got Hayward's Heath.
Two home games, Mike.
Yeah, fair one.
He
I expect-
beat 3-0, didn't they? In the FA, was it FA Cup? Was it FA Cup?
FA
Wasn't it?
Cup was the first cup that was played. Yeah,
Yeah. So look, they've won. They have won a game. Like, let's not pretend they've not won a game. But is that good enough? Do they pick up left? But with all due respect, their next 3 league games, if you ignore Cup, are Wick at home, Sussex at home, Forest Row at home. So could they win 2 out of 3 of those, and maybe draw against Sussex and pick up 7 points? They picked up 8 in 6. Is that
you
good
would
enough?
you would expect them to pick up at least 2 wins out of those 3 games.
I'm sorry if they don't, then then Andy's got to consider if he's right. I know it's early, but if he doesn't beat Wick and he doesn't beat Forest Row, he's like Sussex, I think will probably go there and win. What will happen is they probably lose against Wick, beat Sussex, lose against bloody
Forest Row.
But like, they have to win those games, and if they don't, you've got to really consider this right.
No, I agree. I thought one of their super fans, guy called Chris Shutter,
Yeah,
does really well on the TikTok. Number 1 East Grinstead fan, went out to Guernsey and that. I think he summed it up really, really well. And by the way, he wrote a great little passage in the Dugout News to Chris for his first time ever. I think he summed it up well. If you've got to start getting these points on the board, because suddenly you become a bit adrift, and it's a lot easier. It's a lot easier to be up the top than it is chasing, unless you know it's stemming. And we all know that.
I just feel it like this. I was like, you can't. I don't think the team that wins this league is going to drop many points. I know it sounds really bad to say. Like, I don't. I think whether it was Hayward's Heath, Roffey, Midhurst, whoever it's going to be, right? I think they're only probably going to lose maybe throughout the whole season, maybe 3 or 4 games.
It's fair. Teams, we all know teams have done it. Just look at last season. It's a bold
Stenning only
statement.
lost 3 games last year.
Yeah. So like I said, it
Was
can.
that true? How many lost?
3, yeah.
It can.
And I think 2 of them were like near the beginning of the season as well, weren't they?
Yeah.
Or some of them, yeah.
So we know it can be done. So
my thing is with regards to East Grinstead, don't get caught too behind. Because look, if you look at pound for pound on paper, that's a good side.
I think it's a really good side.
It is, but I don't know. You have to be honest and look at it a little bit with regards to. I don't know. I think you've got to have a plan. I'll be intrigued about what their plan is. Like, I don't know. Again, I'm speculating, so I don't want to hit too hard because look, we were harsh on them last season, and I think we were rightly harsh on them last season because they were paying some ridiculous dough out to some players last year, and they didn't.
And the results, and it wasn't working.
Didn't even touch a point, right? So I don't know. You have to look at it. How many games has Andy managed now for them? He came in quite early, right? It's got to be 30 games in.
What's the stats, Mont? Have you got them?
I'll have a look.
Whilst you get the stats, let me just address a little message I've had come in.
Yep.
Go on.
I've had it coming from Crawley Down.
Cool.
Dave as well. And he said maybe you can give Crawley Down a little bit more respect based upon the status in the league. And what Martin Benatar and what he's done. I agree with that, Dave.
He's not wrong. You know? He's not wrong, but he's not wrong at all. And like I sent a player on loan there for a reason because they're a good setup, right? With Delwyn's gone there on loan for a month, and I think people should give him a bit more respect. But East Grinstead should be looking to try and win that game, especially if you look at if we're honest and we look at Crawley's like, that was their first win of the season. Again, sometimes it takes a while to kick on, but they lost to Roffey, didn't they? They drew with New Haven, and they lost to Shield.
Two good teams.
Yeah. And they were close games, so they've got to be in there and around it. I don't think they're going to have enough for playoffs, right? I just don't. but I think they're going to be here, there, and around it.
It's fair. It's fair.
Right. What's the high percentage? I don't. What did I say? Ryan.
What was it? What was the stats for East Grinstead, Mont?
Well, they took over on the 22nd of October last year, so that's 9 a full season.
Yeah.
I just need to get how many. So how many games have they played by then? They'd have played probably over 30. They'd have done.
Well, how many wins? One.
Bexhill.
Yeah.
That's it.
They didn't win a game last year. They didn't win a game, did they, last year?
No, because their only win last year was at Hassocks, and that was before they came in.
Right. Okay.
So that's one win since they've been in charge of East Grinstead. It's
a long time.
It's a long time, and it's not a good look, is it? Really,
I would put money on them winning on Tuesday night.
Well, against Wick?
Yeah.
Wick have been resurgent, mate. I know, and they'll grind. They'll grind. Look, again, Wick will be underdogs, of course, and you expect them to win it. But then again, nobody expects Wick to beat Midhurst.
Well, Midhurst were down to 10, though, weren't they?
They were in the first half, yeah.
Yeah, so it's always tough with 10 men. As I found out when we were running you ragged against Arundel and Leon Turner got sent off.
I absolutely out-coached you, out-master planned you, out-bantered you, out-slapped you, and then we became friends.
Was that where Tejan scored that wonder goal?
Mate, I've never seen a goal like that, and I'll never see a goal like that in my life.
We saw him last Sunday.
The best goal ever.
Yeah, he spoke about that. He said it's the best goal he's ever scored.
Oh, without a doubt. I've never seen a rocket line hit the fucking bar and go in. Like, not dip. Rocket shit.
But going back to what we're talking about there, lads.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's way too early to be criticising teams in there. I know we're supposed to be having an open discussion about this. Okay, if the same scenario is in a couple of weeks' time when they've had 3 or 4 more games, then there's cause for concern. But at the same time, there's a few teams in that league that have gone undefeated already.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
You look at my nemesis, Guernsey. They've had a fantastic start, and apparently they've been playing fantastic football as well. You know. They're supposed to not travel well. They're travelling fucking well as it is at the moment. You know, so I think we can chew on a bit of the fat, but at the same time, if they do start getting the results, we need to take it on the chin and say, actually, we were wrong. You know,
exactly, and we'll hold our hands up, and we will say we were wrong. Because it's like we say. So it's only our opinions. If you correct us or you put us right, then
I've also said that I still believe they're going to make the playoffs. So
I do as well. I absolutely think they will make the playoffs. So do I think will Roffey. So do I think will Midhurst. Hayward-Steve, I think will win it, and then Hassocks, Eastbourne. I predicted Guernsey outside there, so. I'm waiting for that dartboard with my face on it to be there. We
talk about early on, in this league, Bexhill are 2-2.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It is so.
And they won today, didn't they, Bill?
Yeah, they won on pens. Yeah, away at Erith and Belvedere.
That's a good result.
Brilliant, mate. Brilliant.
Are Bexhill going to be little dark horses?
Nah, not for the league. Like,
no.
Jay's not silly. Jay knows. Like, he's up against it. They haven't got the greatest of budgets, but they're more than holding their own, and they're fine. They went to East Grinstead and got slapped 3-0, didn't they? So they've had, like, is what it is, but they'll be all right in the league. But it's always a nightmare for Bexhill because they always start away from home, yeah, which might do them a little favour because their pitch is shocking. It's right now. It's more than it's like fucking the Nevada desert at the moment. The Polgrove.
I've
It's
been out
scary.
there.
Yeah, mate. You ain't playing football on that, are you? Do you know what I mean?
Not with a
That's
cacti.
yeah, but it's not great. So, but when they've got to go back there, that might prove a little bit of an issue.
Mm.
Right, before we go into all the other teams and that, then, can we address the elephant in the room about that scoreline yesterday?
Jesus.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
Chichester
right.
B.
Right.
Right.
Okay. With that, just before we go into it, this is the only time we're going to talk Step 7 now.
Yeah,
No,
yeah, no. We don't. It had to be mentioned because
yeah.
it was fucking ridiculous. Monty,
I've done that
can you
before.
get the stats up?
I mean, 17-0. I mean, we were all at Lee, Mike. We were all at the Shoreham game, weren't we?
Yeah.
And every time I looked at my phone, another goal had gone in. It was unbelievable. Josh Irish got 6.
He got 15 in the Prem last year.
The Hull 5, Clark 2, Castle 1, Noble 2, Mischievous 1. I mean, they were 2-0 up in 8 minutes. Goals came 5, 8, 16, 20, 29, 33, 38, 44, 45, 56, 61, 70, 74, 76, 82, 87, 91.
What the
Wow.
fuck was?
Why has Josh Irish gone down to play for Chichester B? Is he trying to get in the...
He's on dual reg, I believe. When they announced it, Chai B, they announced that he was on dual reg.
I mean, who was managing Worthing? Because it can't have been Lee, because Lee was with me. You know?
Well, we created the hashtag in the group, didn't we? Pen in.
Hashtag pen in.
So hashtag pen in. I mean,
well, look, it's nice 3G. Get down there, son. But I actually beat a team like Hastings Women. We beat a team 22-0 once. 22-0.
I think someone raised it up today online. They were saying that it shouldn't be allowed that they've signed all these players, and I was like, why? Why shouldn't it be allowed?
What have they signed some good players? Have they? They've gone and
Yeah, they've got 4 or 5 that probably were in the Prem, or certainly quite a few that were in Div 1. But at the same time, that's on the other teams.
but what's the point? If that's the case, so I look at B teams as very similar to what Dorking Wanderers do. Yeah, you should service your younger lads that are either in the academy coming through or whatever, and give them a challenge point to play men's football. So like that's what Dorking Wanderers B is. So one year Dorking Wanderers B will be one of the best teams at Step 6, and then other times they might be down the bottom fighting because like the age group might not be as good or might not be as manly to like. Do you know what I mean? It's different every year.
yeah.
If you're just signing good county players from Step 5 to play for your B team, it's fucking point. There's no point having a B team. It's pointless.
Is there any way through for them team through to the Isthmian
What
side?
scoring against Worthing Town? You're playing Step 7 means you're gonna get ready for Step 3. Yeah,
you're playing 4 leagues below the first team.
Elliot, agent. So can you do me a favour, please? All right, can you get me a move to Step 3 because these Step 7 lads at Chichester B think scoring 17 goals is going to get them a move there. What does Billy do?
What does Billy do? Billy does many things.
What do you mean? Wait, with B6, do me a favour. What's that in reference to? Like, do you think I talk shit? Come on, like, let's have a little bit.
No, like I said, like, I could believe it. Look, I actually I like their gaffer. The Chai B gaffer. He's a good guy, really good guy. And the way I look at it, he can get hold of those lads that want to play for him, that want to play for that club, and fair one. If other teams, but listen, if other teams in the league are pissed off and moaning about it, yeah, tell them to step up their recruitment. Do you know what I mean? It is step 7.
The problem is but for a B team, you're capped at step 6, so they can't go any higher. So
Can't go any higher.
they get promoted into step 6, and they can win the league 15 years in a row, but they still can't get promoted because they're a B team.
Yeah. There's no point.
So they
can't play. They can't play in the FA Cup. They can't play in the Vars because they're a B team.
So my thing with that is, it's like, I like the idea of B teams. By the way, I do actually like the idea of B teams. And we discussed it at Hastings, and it's something I would be an advocate for, longer term. I even suggested it to Eastbourne Borough when I was there, to Simon Leslie, because he was talking about getting all the best young local Eastbourne players. And I said, well, have a B team, because then you'd be able to facilitate them. But having a B team full of step 4, step 5 players, I don't know if that is the truth of Chichester B.
I've sent a message in about that, by the way.
Okay, cool. But if that's the case, it's wrong. If it's a case like they've been before in the past, similar to Dorking, servicing the young lads and pushing the young lads through, and sometimes the first team players coming back from injury, fine. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I've had someone in that camp go, Chaiby is just really a mates team that's nothing at all to do with the first team. They just use the ground and the kit, etc. And I've also had another one in saying it's no different from SCFL clubs signing step 3 players.
No, but look, it's right. Okay, it's irrelevant. Just call yourself something. Be something else. So just, if you're not part of, we're not part of the first team. We're not part of the setup. Fine, call yourself Chichester United and climb yourself up and ground share. Pay Chichester City money to ground share and get yourself up the leagues. Then, otherwise, I think being called a B side, I don't know. I just think it's like, I don't think it's actually a good look for Chichester City. Like, not saying about the players, but if there's no correlation, then it is shit. Do you know what I mean? There's got to be some sort of pathway.
Yeah, completely agree with that, mate.
Well, I definitely know that Chaiby gave a lot of banter out yesterday to everyone that was watching the scores come through. And to be fair, they want to go and walk that league and go and do it, then fair play to them. If there's an end game to it, which is debatable.
Well, the end game is step 6. That's the end game. Yeah. It's the only end game.
Yeah.
And you can't then if they're affiliated to Chichester City, they can't change and beat Chichester United for and keep step 6 thing. They would have to restart back at step 8 or step 7 or whatever it is. Start again. Similar to like EMC Academy are doing at the moment in the Mid Sussex Prem. So they're starting there to work their way out. But yeah, B6 Master Game said like football world, like a manager, owner, coach, everything, son. I've done it all. Not always great, but I've done it all.
but anyway, regarding Chichester, good luck to the lads. I mean, obviously Josh Yaris, great player. He banged in 6. He's already top of the goal scoring leagues after that. A lad I had as well, Josh Castle. He was with me. Wonderful lad. Really, really great lad. Great trainer. Didn't really get the rub of the green at Arundel, to be fair, when I was there, but wonderful. What's Jimmy said? Jimmy would talk about you, mate, because you're on that list of favourites for that YM job that we're going to have a talk about a bit later.
There's a lot of people on that list as favourites, even you and me, Mike.
The only way B teams work is the old model when you had a load of B teams like the old Suburban League, when you played decent teams and they had first team players regularly come back for it. I understand that. That's a very, very valid point.
I don't disagree.
Very valid point there.
Mike, who's next on our list tonight, mate?
Well, just quickly, does anyone see about that goose on the pitch?
Oh, what, Burgess Hill?
Yeah.
Stopped the game the other night. Yeah.
I thought that was fucking brilliant. To be fair there. Monty, what have you got? What have you got for us?
I wasn't expecting this. Jesus, I'm normally on mute. We didn't go into detail about the Shoreham game, did we? We were all there, so.
Oh, go on.
Yeah, look. First, you know, I don't want to batter on too much about those two teams because, to be fair, we all know them very well.
Yeah.
We all know.
They both need God, mate. They both need God.
But at the same time, I think it gets a bit boring talking about them sometimes.
No, but you lot are at the game, so I watched.
Yeah.
So
Okay, we're at the game. Look,
I'm going to call you all out. I'm going to call you all out. Actually, I'm going to call you all out.
Okay.
So I'm going to call you out because I watched Lee's highlights.
Mm.
You lot told me Lancing were in the game.
Who do you reckon played better?
Lancing dominated the first half. They had more chances based on
Really?
what he put up. Yeah, and then Shoreham came into it second half, but and also I spoke to Dow, and he just like, look, anyone who don't think that we were the worthy winners don't know football. So Dow didn't actually say those words. He just said they were the worthy winners. I added a don't know football bit in just.
I mean, Shoreham had the better chances in the second half after they went ahead. They created lots of good moves, but like I said in the group chat, they just didn't have that final product. They'd get into a good move, and then they'd just need a slick pass through to their striker, but they wouldn't do it.
And we'll also say, whichever Lancer player came out and went, they should have won that game 10-0. Maybe you should have started scoring more, son.
He said.
Then you would, wouldn't you?
Two goals. He said 2 goals. 2 goals disallowed. Hit the bar. Hit the woodwork 4 times.
Yeah, that's not the back of the net, though, is it? I mean, if he's the striker he's meant to be.
The 2 goals ruled out, for a foul and offside. Yeah.
And I just said, still not good enough. And I messaged Dow, got a little word from Dow, just because he can't make it tonight, sadly. And he just said, we battered them. Just weren't clinical in front of goal. They were better in the second half, but we deserved to go through.
Thing is, though, Lancing technically.
It's the funny part. Opportunity to practice pens at the end, though. That's a positive after missing 3 already.
All I'll say is,
to be fair, Scotty Packer, after missing a shitter of a one in the game last week, he actually took an absolutely pearl of a penalty, and on the stream I did. So yeah, look, I'll be honest. I don't think either team battered each other. You know, I really like Dale. I don't think.
You both said you all said it was a poor game, though. It wasn't a good game.
It was drab.
I'll be honest. I counted once that teams put together more than 5 passes.
Yeah. It's no good.
There was a reason I was checking my phone for the Worthing Town score so much.
It was a poor game. Yeah, it really was.
But
one
positive you can say, there was a lot of people attending there. There's over 250 in the thing.
I'm telling you, Shoreham has the potential to be a huge club.
Oh,
of course it did.
I agree. I absolutely agree. With the right model or the right players, the right everything together. But that's up to them, isn't it?
Let's move on.
Yeah. Let's just have a quick break a second. Whilst we're definitely moving into where we're going. All right.
Dugout 90. Buy a can. Support your club.
Dugout 90 drops this week, ladies and gentlemen. Look at all the clubs down there, and there's some more to add. They're going to be stocking it. Thank you for supporting it. You're going to buy it in at £14 a case. That is 24 cans of 330ml. Bang, bang, bang. We're going to make no profit on it. It's a marketing tool for us. You go there and sell it for what you want. You make the money. And if you don't support us, that's up to you, innit? Don't expect me or the boys to be coming down there at all. That's how it is.
Exactly that.
I'll be honest. We all collectively, not just on this show and the other show, we collectively give a lot out to non-league clubs. Let's be honest. We've given over $8,000 out to clubs pre-season, right?
Yep.
So if if you can't support us by buying one case of this at 14 quid every like couple of months, you know what I mean? Fuck
Then
it.
your team's
I can't.
blacklisted.
I can't be fucked with you. You know, that's just me saying it how it is.
Oh, just before we move on, I just want to say, Mike, just quickly about the. I know we don't talk about the SNLF. You have got a live show coming up, haven't you?
Yes, we have got a live show coming up. We've got a live show coming up down at Bacchus Bar. It's the famous bar in Lancing where they got the old, the Steiners, the two pinters, and that.
What, Rick and Scott?
Yeah, that's Frankensteiners. Yeah, that's it. But yeah, we've got a live show down there, 23rd of September. Earlier time though, because of the licensing laws, and that is at 7 till 9 in there. We're gonna have we've got a couple of special guests coming down for that one as well. And listen, right, it's free entry, free admission. You got to get a ticket, but it's free entry, and it's going to be donated to a local children's charity where they're working on something for a little youngster. Okay, so we're not taking no money in again, and that. God, it's like we're giving away all the time, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
I know.
But yeah, so that'll be the 23rd of September down at Bacchus Bar. So yeah, but Monty, I know who we were going to talk about next. A resurgence team in there, a team that are currently playing at AFC Whiteleaf, the Lingers, Lingfield.
Not the Lingers.
Up the Lingers. Chairman, Big Rich, big supporter of the brand, great guy. Helped us out a lot.
Yeah.
And his gaffer Charlie finding his feet. Big win over the last couple of days in there. Monty, how'd it go?
Yeah, I mean, hat trick for Quezzy down there at Lingfield yesterday. So good for him. But they're the league entertainers so far. I mean, 18 goals across their 3 league games.
Wow.
That's 8 scored, 10 conceded.
He got 4, didn't he, the boy? The boy got 4, didn't he, and Tim?
He did, yeah. 4 minutes, 12, 47, 62. And I mean, the issue for them is they're still conceding goals. They conceded 3 yesterday, 5 in the week in the FA Cup replay.
Yeah.
They conceded 2 at Forest Row and 5 at Hassocks. So in your 5 games so far, you've conceded 16 goals.
Mm-hmm.
However, on the flip side, they've scored 8 goals in 2.
Exactly. So, I mean, store them up at the back because they're coming from the front.
Yeah. It's like the Guernsey method of last season. We'll just try and outscore you.
Well, I tell you what, right? I had maybe 7 or 8 different people from different clubs say, "Do you know about this boy and Tim? Do you know about him?" And I said, "No, I don't. I don't. You know, a lot of those lads have been sourced, say, from probably the South London way. Would you say, Bill?
Yeah.
Around there,
Yeah.
in there. I know. I know that Lingfield's sporting director, Max, he's got some good links down there and at pro clubs as well, which is a fact. And he's found this lad, and like I said, everyone was bumming through my phone this morning, saying, "Do you know him? Where's he get him? Can he be approached? Can he be taken?" I said, "It's nothing to do with me. But have a look." But he scored 4 in there, and apparently he was unplayable yesterday.
So say he scored 4 yesterday. Say the next 3-4 months he's having blistering game after game. How long do you think it is till other clubs start looking and look to make approaches for him?
Well, I think it's a compliment first and foremost. First and foremost, anyone can have a worldy game. Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
How you can do it consistently, week after week, or at least over a month's course, and then you kick on again. Okay. But to be fair, the boys done that. I spoke to a couple of people in the Billingshurst camp, and they just said he was fantastic. He really is. you know. So done that again. It's another side, Lingfield, where they put a lot of new players together, similar to an East Grinstead, similar to a Forest Row in
Yeah.
there. You know, how long does it take before they gel and get going? Because if you look at the Forest Row thing, I think they conceded in the last minute
Yeah.
for them to equalise.
Yeah.
So they could already be, you know, what, on 7 points already, and think how slow they started last year. They were well out of the race, weren't they?
Yeah. Yeah.
Literally, they got down to the point where they were looking at survival. I know behind the scenes, they're not just trying to build a new team; they're trying to build a club, a foundation, something more for the community. You know, I think Rich himself has only been in there for what, a couple of years now,
Yeah.
and it's gone from let's say a village club in there, and he's trying to do great things. So I was delighted to see the boy get off the mark there as well. And
Do
also,
you
and
think Lingfield?
I think Donker got one as well, didn't he?
But do you think with Lingfield, with the situation at the Whiteleaf's ground, with Whiteleaf not playing there anymore,
Mm.
could you see Lingfield become a club based in Whiteleaf?
I don't want to say too much. I don't think that's the long term plan.
Okay.
I do really think that I don't want to speak out of turn because there's a lot of stuff going on, but I do think that Rich won't leave Lingfield, if you know what I mean.
Well, we know what Rich wants to do when we had Rich on here before, and like he said, he wants to take Lingfield back home.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
we know that's his long term plan.
Taking a while. It's taking a bit longer than I expected.
Yeah,
yeah. Shout out Luke, great ref, love Luke.
I'll see him on. I'm going to see him on Thursday anyway.
Where you seeing him? What's happening Thursday?
Hastings United are playing Lingfield in the FA Youth Cup at the Pilot Field.
Is that on
oh,
Thursday?
okay.
Thursday night. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, look, I think there's a change of form. I've actually predicted them to do quite well this year. I think the best they've ever finished is what, maybe eighth in around at this step. So I've predicted they'll go close to that.
Can you predict them for playoffs? Am I imagining that?
Just outside, I think. Just outside. I think I'm doing about seventh or eighth. I think. Got to bear in mind as well, they lost a key player in Wilf. You know, their captain at the time didn't work out for whatever reason.
He might be back there soon.
He's a free. He's looking, isn't he?
I don't know. I don't know about that. Maybe not. But yeah, maybe not. But yeah, we'll find a club, whatever. I'm sure about that. But you are right. That, if they shore up at the back and that, I'm sure they can do well. But Billingshurst, bless them, they've had a hell of a start, haven't they?
Yeah, they haven't had the best.
They've had they've had a bit of a baptism of fire at this step. And I think Eddie's team's down there. He's really going to surprise some people. I really do.
What's
You
their
think?
start been, Mont?
Well, they started at home to Bexhill and lost 2-1. Then they welcomed Horsham YM and drew 1-1. Went to Erith and Belvedere in the FA Cup and lost 4-1, and then obviously lost 5-3 at Lingfield. But I mean, and it doesn't get much easier for them. They got Pagham away Tuesday night, and then they host Eastbourne United.
Oh,
But
two.
that game against Eastbourne United is the first of 3 straight home league games.
Two tough games, though.
They then also got Little Common at home and then Crawley down. So I think it's a point where you look at games and you go, what games can we get stuff out of? Which games do we target? Which games do we say is going to be a free hit? I mean, you're looking at home to Little Common. They need to be targeting that one as a game to get 3 points, because when you're playing Eastbourne United, Hassocks in and around that time as well, you just realistically you're not likely to pick up many points.
Yeah.
That's
It's not going to be easy for him.
definitely going to be tough. But I think we need to address another little elephant in the room. Obviously, the other show that I did had the former YM manager Liam Giles and Harrison Williams on there the week. Did incredible numbers, by the way. Nearly 4,400 watching live, and everyone wants to see a bit of gossip, don't they? Everyone wants to see a bit of bashing. But I want to speak to you guys and say, first and foremost, because I know that one person has been touted for that job that's in this room, and that ain't you and me, Lee. Even
I know.
First and foremost, I want to talk about where the club can go here.
Yeah, go on.
I want to then talk about who is in line, because a lot of names have been bounded out. But before we do that, I think, I want to congratulate, in a strange way, even though they lost 5-1.
Archie, yeah.
Little Arch Kramer.
Absolutely.
A guy that I actually backed with his Milo under 18s.
Yeah.
In there. Fantastic young coach, 17 years old. Thrown to the Lions with a team that had maybe one normal first team player.
I think one first team player in that squad yesterday.
And that one doesn't play overly regularly.
Right. Okay.
Who's that person?
He took that team, Epsom and Newell, to 1-1 at half time. So that lad's got a fantastic future. He really has.
Yeah.
And I've seen the way he conducts himself. So yeah, that's good. But let's talk about who's in the frame. Because they're mentioning you, Billy. They're mentioning Dean Cox. They're mentioning Deffy. They're mentioning Big Jimmy. There's a lot of people about there. But first and foremost, before we talk about them, what's going to happen in the interim with this club at the moment?
Right, can I just mention your interview on Wednesday?
Yeah, sure.
So there's no masking that Liam's a friend of mine. Yeah, there's no masking. He's like, I get on with him, and I am probably so fucking harsh to him. Like, as a mate, I'm really harsh, right? And I'm not going to go into our conversations the last week, but I've not been. Oh, Liam, it's all not your fault, and it's fine. And I've not been that way, because I don't believe there's things. Again, I'm not gonna. I know we're quite open in here, but there's things I'm not gonna bring up. It's not fair on the club, or him, or the stuff, or the chairman, or the ex-chairman, whatever he is now. Like, it's not fair, right? But I thought the Wednesday interview. I thought, obviously Liam had his in issues. I actually genuinely thought the Liam part was kind of pointless, if I'm honest. Like, I'm not going to lie, Mike. I can be honest with you. I kind of thought it was. But
not pointless. It did the most fucking views.
Yeah, because
online that any podcast has done in the
people want. It's like EastEnders Christmas special. We all get around the fucking TV to watch it. Yeah, and it's shit, right? It's just what it is. But my thing is, look, we're award winning.
IBB10 is award winning. Yeah.
By the way, I actually watched the Wednesday show, so I am one of those viewers, right? So it's not even there's no real bit of banter with us. They're our mates, right? It's simple as we're all one family. But I think, but on that spin, I thought Harrison spoke incredibly well, right? Incredibly well.
Great football mind.
It was the first time I got to hear him in dialogue. Really, the partings I've had with Harrison, I've had a couple of phone calls after their games and vice versa, travelling from games, and I might call Giles in, H's with him and stuff. But the only other time is obviously he left Lancing when I went into Lancing, right? So that's the only kind of crossover we've had, and and we all know the Lancing thing wasn't pretty. We all pretty said things we didn't mean and regret at the time, right? but I thought he come across really, really well, really, really well. And I hope they land somewhere that they want to land. That's what I say to him all the time. I'm like, look, just take your time. Take your time with it. Don't panic. You don't need to overly tout yourself. Just be ready for because the right job ain't going to come up tomorrow. Like, it hasn't, and it won't. It's just not gonna. So you just got to be patient. But so yeah, I just wanted to say, like, with that interview, I thought there could have been a few more, like, real. But I know why not. So it is.
I'll tell you what, I agree. And a couple of people have asked me that. A couple of people have said to me, "Oh, you didn't go harsh on him, or you didn't go harsh on the club." Yeah. All right.
I would have
First
gone
of
harsh
all,
on him. And this is one thing I didn't like, right? And he's my mate. I absolutely hate the fact that Archie, and I don't know the guy with him. That sounds really rude. I don't know him. Had to take a team when none of the first team players played. I think that for me is that's a chink in the armour, because
he's trying to comment, but for some reason the comments are not coming through.
who?
Liam.
Well, get him just to fucking message me or you.
I mean, to be fair, did you see his connection the other night? I mean, it weren't the best, was it?
No, get him to message us. He might text me actually. No, he ain't. But
Send it, Liam. Send it through here if you want it, because if yours not coming through.
The only thing I didn't like, right, because he's a big believer of this. I'm a huge believer of this. I'm sure you lot are as well. But leave a place in a better place. Leave somewhere in a better place when you found it. They haven't done that.
No.
And people go, well, what do you mean? Because they finished in the playoffs last year. Right? Surely they're in a better place. Well, no, because now they're playing a bunch of kids on a Saturday. Probably because, one, they ain't got the budget to play that squad anymore, or two, all these things. But still, in that small period of time, the players, I know people go, oh, they get cup tied for the FA Vars and stuff. Well, they registered for Horsham YM to play for Horsham YM, right? It is what it is. Those lads, I feel, that should have gave Archie or the club one more week. Do you know what I mean? Just a little settle. If they want to disperse when Liam gets a job, why not? Why shouldn't they? What's the club's? Has the club done them dirty then?
No, well, it depends what you mean by doing them dirty. But here's my take on it, and why that why that interview went like that. Okay, I made it clear that if they were going to come on, I didn't want. He has sent me a long message. I'll read it in a sec.
Yeah, cool.
I made it clear that I didn't want it to be a slag off Horsham YM, especially when you don't have a member of their committee or anything there to back them up.
100%.
Right. At the same time, Liam has always been a supporter of the show, and I've never ever, if he wanted to come on, and he's done it multiple times, maybe 3-4 times he's come on. Yeah, great sport. Always comments on that. I've been away with him. I've been away with him and Harrison. Yeah, and it was super professional. It really was, the way they worked with the boys.
Not in the evening, not the way you lot behaved in the evening. Well, you two anyway.
Well, not him. You know, that's where the show comes from.
The way he behaved has led to the name of this show.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In bed by 10 pen.
Exactly.
Right. So, but what I'm saying is, in that team, they are all Giles E. Harrison's, even Paul Oliver's lads at the time. Yeah. They sourced them out. Okay. They got them together. It was quite evident that team could really follow Liam around. Yeah. They've already lost. I think Gids has already gone to Stenning, hasn't he? Over there, fantastic player, and they've got great guys. And it just ended sour. I was one of the guys that said to him pre-season, don't, because his head.
Voice. He won't.
His head
In
probably realised he could take YM as far as they could go in that way. Now, one other thing I want to mention as well. I didn't want to make it a slag off Horsham because I have too much respect for Steve Ratcliffe. Not so, I'm not so much many, Anne as well, people like that on on the committee and that.
Yeah.
But Steve himself, who's always been a fantastic supporter, and if he is listening out there, or anyone is listening, Steve, and shout out and keep your head up and everything like that. Yeah, he's a wonderful, wonderful guy. Didn't want that kind of pressure.
Wish Steve all the best, by the way. Like,
Absolutely,
absolutely,
100%, a fantastic guy, brilliant guy. So it was a case of, do you sort of stir the pot and let Liam and Harrison go off? Probably more Liam, because Harrison, I think, is a bit more.
Harrison seems very controlled, like with his emotions, and I like that. Really like that. And look, Liam didn't come on your pod and like slag Horsham off, but it did say enough that would have maybe got people's backs up a little bit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And by the way, Horsham YM are well in their rights to feel potentially aggrieved, right? Potentially aggrieved, because it's obvious there's been a massive breakdown in communication, like between all parties. It's obvious that Liam's desires and wants and what he wants to do, they can't fulfill, which has left him massively frustrated. Yeah, and to the point like, why am I doing it? There was times he was watering the pitch last year when he started on holiday and things like that. Like, so there is, but sadly, these are the things that when we're in football clubs, like I'm just going to give you a little rundown of my weekend, by the way. I'm just head of football, but this is what I did this weekend. I turn up to the ground in the morning, to make sure. Friday night I went to the ground and put the programs in the boardroom. I then put extra kit into the manager's office to give the players. I then went onto the pitch just to double check because the electric fence. I shouldn't really say about electric fence, but electric. We've had a couple electric fence, but to make sure that I've just got a message from Jarzi, but I'm just going to go through my bits. So
I've got him to mention.
I've been left, and then I've been left that day. The next day I've gone back, do my bits with Ron, speaking to Ronnie, speaking to players, whatever. Do my little bit with regards to the youth, the young, the kind of the young lot. So Jake Daniels lot that got their first games just before the games. Meeting the mascots, running around, checking the team sheet, making sure the graphic for the team sheet's right. Then I'll get a phone call. There's emergency. Adam Smith can't do the PA box. So guess who done the music and the PA on Saturday? Me. So there's me.
She got me in, mate.
Too late, mate. It's 1 or 2 o'clock. So I'm there on the mic, calling out the teams when we score. Go! Like music, running around. When I just want to focus on watching a game of football. The game then finishes. Around there. Then I'm jumping the car to go to watch Little Common versus SE Dons. Not for my pleasure, but we've got a young lad on loan there. And he's been sent out on loan to Little Common in Little Common situation. Having someone from Hastings go and watch him, I think it's a good thing to do. Plus, there's a lot of ex-Hastings players in that team. So I think it's right for me to be around. Then today, I play my game in the morning, my little park football fun. I then go to the ground, fight after the match. The cupboard with the match balls are locked. So I now have to go and get 3 match balls, pump them up. Then I have to check something out. Then I have to go to the bar to sort something out. Then I have to make sure someone's signed on, checked. And I'm doing loads. And I've done the music before that game because I wanted the girls to have the same experience that the boys have. But that is what it's like running a football club or being part of a football club. We have all loads of different hats, right? But the higher you get up as a manager, a lot of those things get done for you. I don't know if they actually get done at step 5. Like, it'd be quite interesting to hear from other managers if they get everything done for them. Now, I'm not saying Liam should have to go and do the pitch. I'm not saying Liam should have to go and clean the kit. I'm not saying Liam should have an argument about the colour of socks. Yeah, but these are all the frustrations that build up to a point. And the point for me is I think it's just one of those. He looked at it and thought, I don't want to do this anymore. But he knows in his heart he's not a quitter. He's not a loser, right? So he's like, I've got to stick. So it's like, I might be speculating, but I just look at all those things and go,
well,
Go on.
Yeah,
You Liam's thing so I can see what he's messaged me.
yeah.
Before he
So
tells me I'm a wanker. Go on.
players didn't want to play due to being cup tied. Okay, I could get that. That's a genuine point I could get. Okay, he didn't stop any of them playing. Unfortunately, they weren't be getting the money agreed either. So would they play? Okay, that's another thing about the money. I don't want to talk about that.
No, it's
Hey Beth,
hello, Beth.
Hey,
She's
Beth.
amazing.
Where is Beth?
She's
Beth at
amazing.
Roffey.
Yeah, Beth's amazing.
She's at Roffey, isn't she? Yeah. She used to be
Yeah.
at Roffey, didn't she?
Okay, so
Yeah.
they had from Tuesday to get someone in. Okay, by the way, it's been going on since the end of last season. He had to persuade them to stay in the summer. Okay, so
Yeah.
what he's obviously done in there. So you've got to understand it. There was so much more he could have said to clarify on points, and he's kept quiet on most of the real issues. Example, before the game, the Epsom chairman said they'd made an announcement. Right, okay, yeah. This is another thing that if anyone was at the game on Saturday at that YM game,
Wait, let's be very careful of that because I know Liam deleted his tweet. So let's make sure that we got to be careful what we say on that because if it weren't said that way, like we don't want to put Liam in hot water over that. There's no point.
Yeah.
okay, I'll skip that bit then.
Just because he's bigger and better than that. So like,
I also made it clear to Liam as well. I said, look, we're obviously expecting a big audience for that show on Wednesday night, which we obviously quite clearly got. That also
He
is
messaged me said it's true, so you can say it. But like,
okay. Well, I'll mention it. Okay, allegedly, someone got on the tannoy and said that that some of the players didn't want to play for the club. They wanted to play for Liam, and that they weren't needed, as in the coaching, things like that. Words to those effects.
right, okay,
I don't know. It is what it is in that. But I did say to Liam, I said, look, I don't want you to come around and completely mug everyone off on the thing because I tell you what, it won't be a good look for a future employer.
No.
Yeah, you know what I mean, right? So like, I've hired people, I've sacked people. Okay, I've been hired, I've been sacked. What you do in a public persona in that way, even though it shouldn't be brought into other things, people might look at that. People might look at it and go, do you know what? The way he acted there. So I felt that he kept a lot on his chest. Okay. He could have gone nuclear. He could have gone nuclear. There's things coming out, about this and that.
Does that do anyone any good? So, for example,
No, not at all. Not at
Of course
all.
it doesn't. It
okay,
makes
but
you look
for
bad.
example, yeah, let's go back to the situation, rightly or wrongly, when
Yep.
I went to Lancing and what Alex Lang did. Yeah, when he went because he felt hurt, he felt hard done by the club, and he decided to press the nuclear button and try and make it impossible. Yeah, for the club. He's now back at the club as captain, by the way. So like. To do that, he must have felt a certain way, right? But it was nuclear and it was toxic and it affected everyone, including myself. Yeah. Does it help Liam if Liam goes nuclear, which he hasn't and he shouldn't, right? Because ultimately he has aspirations to climb the leagues. Yeah. And you can have an opinion. You could always have an opinion, but you've got to be a politician as well. I know it sounds really shit, but you've got to be a politician. You've got to pick your moments. And I think if he goes nuclear and buries that football club and Horsham and Wyham get relegated this season, let's just say, it doesn't
looks
make
bad on him.
I don't think it makes him look good. People it's like that. Well, when I was there, we were in the playoffs. Now look at them. Do you know what? For me, for Uckfield to do what we did when I was there and then kept that team together and they, if it weren't for the run of games, I think they would have made the playoffs. For them to then the next year fall off the planet Earth and now they're in mid-Sussex football, and I don't think they started well yesterday either. But for that drop-off, that made me feel good, and I'm sure it will make him. I'm telling you, if Horsham and Wyham end up getting relegated or near the relegation zone, which by the way I don't think they will, I think they'll be fine.
Yeah,
I don't think he'll feel good about that, and if he starts, I don't know, having a pop at people, make it impossible for players and managers to want to go there, Horsham Wyham suffer. And by the way, we all have to understand football clubs are going to be around long after we're gone and long before we go in there, right?
Oh, good, yeah.
We're decades, a couple of decades in the game. The clubs last hundreds and hundreds of years, and they will for most of the clubs will end up being 300, 400, 500 years old, and we would have all played our little couple of years at these clubs. So we have to be smart.
Exactly.
Who goes in? Right, Bill, your name is one that's been flying around.
Yeah.
I ain't got interviews.
Right.
I don't think
I know that there is someone having an interview on Wednesday, allegedly.
I went into. I did pop into Next. I got myself a nice 2-piece.
We've seen the pictures, mate. Don't worry.
That geezer's
about 7 foot tall in that.
That geezer's a lot taller than me. That geezer's a lot. I don't know if it's me, right? But look. My thing is, Horsham Wyham is, even before Liam went there, or even before Dean Carden, it's always been a club that has the environment to be an Isthmian League club. It does, right? However, Horsham Football Club are on the doorstep. Roffey are on the doorstep, right? You're not too far.
That's less than 3 miles.
It's not too far. It's a saturated area. It's a real
fuck it. Let's just get him in.
Really? Who are we getting in?
Bring him in.
He can't comment. Let's just get him in.
Who, Liam?
Yeah.
I don't want him to. Don't let him bury himself, though. If he does, I'm telling you to get rid of him, because I won't allow him to throw himself under.
Yeah, we will. Don't worry. How's the connection, mate?
He's got...
Right, Billy Wood, stop talking nonsense, we are.
You know me, man. I'm only going to try and protect you. So come on.
No, I just want to say, because obviously I can't comment, right? But and I'll be real quick. Yeah. Ultimately, I'm not stupid. I've got to protect myself and my image. Okay.
Yeah.
So of course there is a lot more to it, and the reason why I wanted to jump on is because there was a lot of comments about, they can't do it this year. He's giving up. He's quit.
Yeah.
And all that sort of slander. A lot of slander, right? And I can tell you now, when the season ended, I wasn't staying at Horsham Wyham, and you know that, Bill. You know that, Mike.
Yeah, of course.
I was gone regardless. Okay.
Yeah.
Only the main reason I stayed was because of Steve Ratcliffe.
Right. Okay.
You know, he become a very good friend of mine, and I didn't want to leave him and his dedication and support. And to be honest, I spoke with all the boys, and the boys basically said, if the club are going to back us this year and we're not going to have all the funny business of last year, then we'll go again. So I would have only stayed, one, with Steve staying, which, you know, obviously I'm sure he won't mind me saying, obviously he's in ill health at the moment. So I was a bit concerned about whether he would stay.
Yeah.
Or would be able to stay, with all the battles going on. And obviously if the players were going to stay, otherwise, well, for me it was, what's the point? Because I just felt it wasn't the environment that I need to be in. And you know, if I've got to sit on my ass for 6-8 months, so be it, because I'm not going to undersell myself again. You know, I know my worth. I've got a business, a young family, so if I'm doing it, I'm all in, and I'm going to give someone my everything, but I need that back, and unfortunately I didn't get it. So
Liam, I'll bring up a point that I mentioned earlier, because now you're on, it's a good one to bring up. So I mentioned about the players not playing this weekend and not being available for Tuesday, right? And I said my perspective of that is, I think it's not great. That's what, you know, I've told you this.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't think that's great. Now, from your perspective, and we're both big believers of always leave somewhere in a better place than you found it, if you can. It's always going to happen like that. You're going to go in situations, it's going to be pandemonium, right? But this club you've been at for 20 months, 18 months, yeah?
20 months, yeah.
Yeah, when you found it, it was floundering a little bit. Let's be honest. Yeah. You re-engaged it. You got it to a point where you made the playoffs last year. Yeah. We know your summer. It's not been the same Gilesy energy. You know that. We all know that. I'm sure you brought it up on the pod anyway about what the players going, oh, like Gaff, your energy's not there. How do you feel? This is like deadly serious question. How do you feel about the situation that they had to field kids at the weekend and they might have to on Tuesday? Honestly.
So my honest opinion is, I'm a bit torn on it because I feel extremely let down by the club. The players feel extremely let down by the club. I was asked to take the game on Saturday.
Yeah.
On Monday night when I resigned, I was asked would I stay. I couldn't tell. For me, I couldn't look at my players in the face, let them cup tie themselves on Saturday, and then leave on Sunday, for example. Right.
Yeah.
The minute I would have told them I was
I
off,
get
they
that.
would be off.
Yeah.
And look, to be honest, and I will have to be honest on this, I just couldn't bring myself to do it. Enough was enough. We had a meeting on Monday night, and every one of my staff, well, not everyone, four of my staff members come. We walked out the meeting and everyone said it's time to go. And unfortunately, like football's football, right? And what people need to remember is, and you say Bill about leaving it in a place better than what you found, right? And look, 100%. If I left in the summer, it's in a much better place. But
100%.
unless they get it right and someone is prepared to go through the battles that I went through, the battles that Dean Carden went through, I think it's in terms of results, finish, etc., it's the best year in like 8 years. And I look back at it and there's clear problems there, and luckily enough, I've got my own business and I can put my time into it. Because if I
Yeah.
didn't, and I didn't have the same energy and time on my hands, then we wouldn't have been as successful because I had to go above and beyond in every aspect.
Yeah.
Now, last point on that is that when I got the job, obviously Dean left. I think Dean left on the Sunday. They appointed an interim manager on the Tuesday. He was due to meet the squad on the Thursday, and he didn't turn up.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
He didn't turn up. So on Friday afternoon, I got a call from Steve Ratcliffe. I remember it now. I was on the M25, coming past Cobham Services, and he called me and he said, "Do you want the good news or the bad news?" And I said, "Go on, what's the good news?" He said, "Well, look, we can give you the job." And I said, "Okay, what's the bad news?" He said, you got to take it tomorrow." I said, "Okay." I said, "Well, how many players have you got?" And at the time, they were fantastic. Amelia Montague, who's now at Roffey with Monty, and Sam.
She's amazing, Amelia.
Yeah, brilliant. Superb. Her and Sam Henderson were trying to get a squad together. And I think we had about 7 or 8 players. And by 10 o'clock that night, I had a 16-man squad ready to go. And it wasn't on the under 18 side. So my point is, if they had acted and rung up Dean Carden, rung up Michael Dev, rung up Billy Wood, for example, and asked for someone to coming in on the interim to support Archie and Truss, who, by the way, had our blessing, and I tried to give Arch as much advice and knowledge before the game, and obviously he come and saw me afterwards. He's a great lad, who's obviously worked closely with us, so he understands what we want to do, and he's a great lad. But ultimately, they had enough time to get someone in. If I could get a squad together on Friday afternoon to play New Haven on the Saturday, which thankfully was called off because I don't know what the side really would have looked like for them together. However, there was players there that had played county football, and it isn't that hard. It really isn't. They didn't. I think they threw Arch like lamb to the slaughter pretty much on Saturday and all the young under 18s. It's a great exposure, but and it's not maybe not my place to say, but leaving there as head of football, if I was head of football still and not first team manager, I would have acted and reacted a lot differently to the situation.
How do you think, just quick, from Saturday's result and those youngsters that played, how do you think that makes them feel from going in 1-1 at half time to it then just sort of crumbling in the second half?
Well, look, I think they need to be immensely proud of themselves. They're great lads, and I've managed to incorporate maybe 7 of them in my pre-season, maybe 8 to get exposure to the first team. Part of my culture and my one club ethos, they trained with us, so they was around it. You know, and there's some good young players there. I think, you know, unfortunately, it is the gap in the level. It really is, and you know the athleticism. You know, they were, I think, apart from two of them, they was an under 18 side, right? So
Mm.
I think they'll learn from it. I think that the biggest problem being is 7 of them played in the under 23s on Thursday night, so they would have been tired. Then they've played Saturday. Then they've got FA Youth Cup Monday. Then they play Throw on Tuesday. So my thing is, you know, and again, because of the person I am, I actually contacted the welfare manager at the club and said, look, this something needs to be looked at, because them young lads running through it 4 games in 6 days
They're
is a
burnt out.
lot. So I do know they are. What I will say is I do know that they are trying to get players in to lighten the load off of them young boys.
Mm.
All right, Liam. Before we appreciate you coming on there, and let it be known, you personally told me that you couldn't comment. I saw you were struggling to comment on there, which is why we jumped you in.
I can't believe your Wi-Fi's working. What happened
No, do you know
Wednesday?
what it was? I didn't have the Wi-Fi on last time. Honestly. Honestly.
Oh, mate.
But look, as we say on here, look, I know you're on here now, and I know you're going to be shooting off, Liam, but obviously you have friendships within now, so obviously we are close as mates. And I always like I'm pretty fucking wind Liam up as much as anyone. Do you know what I mean? Because I am, and I'm really direct with you. But I do it because I actually genuinely believe that there's no reason for him to like put himself in any situation, because ultimately he has good aspirations and will achieve those good aspirations, whether it is.
Yeah.
And it never, like, you know, it never know in the game. Sometimes it is like that, isn't it? But sometimes it is a bit like that, and you have to do that again to get back up. And the next 6 months will play out. Like, and it might be next week, it might be 4 weeks' time, it might be 2 months. But there's no point just jumping into whatever, I don't know, some job comes up in butt fuck nowhere, and you've you've got to then travel 4 hours to get to and 4 hours back. Like, I think bide your time, because ultimately, like I said before you jumped on, I thought Harrison spoke well, and have him as your kind of, you know, your right hand man, your number 2, and the rest of your team. Do you know what I mean? There's people that are unsung that done a lot for you as well, that I know you're really proud of. Just time will come, and
Yeah,
also,
of course.
even if those players go off and play elsewhere, there's always a point when the Avengers assemble.
Yeah,
Exactly.
no, I agree. That just a quick one. Archie's messaging, bless him. Squad will be pretty new Tuesday, by the way. There's a lot of new faces they're trying to get on board at the moment. So shout out to Archie for that. Liam, before you go, I'm going to ask the question that probably a few people would like me to answer. Who do you think will replace you?
Go on.
Who do I think, or who do I think should?
No,
Who do you think?
All right, no. Answer it both. Go on, give us what you think.
So I'll tell you who I think should be the front runner is Dale Wyatt at
Dale
Reigate.
Wyatt, Coach
Yeah,
Wyatt.
I think that he obviously works with no money. He's built a good squad with no money.
Great guy,
Um,
Coach Wyatt.
and look, you know, the table don't lie. The results don't lie. Last year finishing second.
Yeah.
I think he would probably relish the challenge to go up a level. Obviously, I don't know him well enough to know whether he would even be interested, but he would be someone that if the club asked me, because I did say to the club, I was very happy to help them in recruitment. So yeah, he would be my go-to, I think, right now. But who do I think gets it? I think it's going to be someone that's been around for a while, and I think it will be someone with influence from inside. I think my bet would be maybe someone like Defy.
I've heard Defy's got an interview on Wednesday.
Yeah, I've heard the
Ooh.
same. I've heard the same, and I know he's obviously friends with one of the interims, Stephen Trussell, who obviously has been helping out with the 18s this year. So he would be, you know, I don't know how the club will look at it, because I said it before, and it's not in a rude way at all, but the people that will have to make the decision don't understand where non-league's at right now. So, yeah, I don't know. To be honest, it could be absolutely anybody. You know, it really could. But that would be my tip if I had to guess.
You're not saying Lee Penn's got a chance then?
Well, no, I've heard Billy Wood's in the running. I heard he's applied,
Favourite,
but
mate. I was in next. Kind of two-piece. But yeah, no, I'll be firmly where I am. Michael Deff. There's Michael Deff. Yeah. I'll be firmly sitting at home. Actually, no, Tuesday night I'll be at Eastbourne Town. Saturday I will be at Ashford. Thursday night I'll be at the Pilot Field watching the FA Youth Cup game versus Lingfield. So that's my week, gents.
Well, yeah,
Okay.
I heard a couple of people were actually turned off of the job. Actually, to be fair, after your interview, so and
yeah, look,
you know,
that's not what what I wanted to do. What I wanted to do was
No.
just people to understand why, because of it's I'll be honest, I had over 300 messages about it over the over 3 platforms, and the phone, it was red hot. So it's nice to be able to tell the story without telling the story, but at least clearing your name to make it look like, for the people and the haters that want to say you quit and all the rest of it, that's definitely not the case. But I'm a man of morals. I'm a man of loyalty, and I believe if you make an agreement and you shake hands, that's enough for me. And I think look, at the end of the day, and I think what I'll end on is, I think it speaks volume when I resigned, the chairman's resigned, and another committee member has resigned straight after. So I think that tells the story in itself. And, things being said over the tannoy, it did happen. I had a call on Saturday night with a
did that
person.
happen? Did it
It did
happen?
happen. Yeah, it did happen. Yeah. We had I was told it wasn't meant in any bad light, but
Bit of
look,
banter though, isn't it? Calling you out over the tannoy.
Oh,
well,
they
yeah.
got excited though. It's 1-1, like 1-1. Had a
No, I
good
think it
old.
was before the game.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Yeah.
They got excited. It's gone.
I
Oh
think he's
no!
got. Oh
Oh,
no,
he's back.
he
No,
turned
it's
his
gone again.
internet off.
You can tell he's a scaffy, can't you?
He don't know how to do the technical stuff. But if
Right.
Jarzi doesn't come back on, then obviously we'll be like, yeah, Jarzi, thank you for coming on, mate, and
Thanks, Chelsea. Yeah.
yeah, saying your part.
James definitely
West Ham.
he's got jiu-jitsu on Wednesday. I see.
The one thing I wanted to say to Chelsea quickly, actually, if he's staying on, is just maybe.
I love the West
Do you think it was just a huge clash of characters? Do you think maybe a different sort of character, a different sort of approach would be better suited to Horsham YM for the committee that are there? Do you know what I mean?
It depends. I think what I think we summed it up right. Me and Harrison, we spoke about this, and I think somebody who wants to look at football as a hobby, to get out of the house on a Saturday afternoon, win, lose, draw, doesn't really affect them, and treat it like that. It's actually probably a really good club for that. But for somebody with my ambitions that wants to go through the pyramid, that moves at such a fast pace, um, yeah, and is full on, I think it's a clash of ambition, a clash of, yeah, I think there are obviously different characteristics, shall we say, personalities. But ultimately, all I ever done was try to push the club forward. And I just think,
Yeah,
unfortunately, they're not in the right space right now to go forward. They probably need a year or two to just sit where they are and get their 3G pitch in, and then hopefully have somebody that's prepared to lead from the front like Steve was.
That's a great question, by the way.
Did YM lack ambition or not have the resources to stay in it? I think it's a bit of both on it.
There's definitely both. So obviously, like I said, they've just bought the ground and they're trying to put a 3G pitch
But that's
down.
ambition if you buy in the ground.
Yeah, well, it was, if you don't buy the ground, they would have had nowhere to play.
Right.
So
there
yeah,
we go.
but look, I think they, and fair play to them. I think it went on for a few years. When I first come to the club, they were talking about it then. and it dragged out, and they got that over the line. And I think, look, we talk about ambition, like, and forward thinking. They're just not forward thinking. So, it'll have to bite them for them to realise that there's something going on. And yeah, look, I think the times have changed, right? Football's changed, the world's changed. So I think it's just getting with the times a little bit. And, they probably have got the money, but they want to use the money for the pitch, which is totally understandable.
Fair enough. Before you go, I've got 3 quick fire questions.
Go on.
Right, I just want your first answers. Who wins the league? That league.
I think I said Sussex the other night, didn't I?
Okay. Who goes up via the playoffs?
Eastbourne United.
And tell me the 3 top coaches in that league.
Connor Hoare, Midhurst.
Love Connor.
Yeah, top bloke. Tony Vance, obviously, for obvious reasons. He can only work with the squad he's got. I'll probably go Kev Green. He's been there, done it, got the t-shirt.
Fair play. Liam, cheers for jumping on, brother.
Yeah,
thank you, mate.
No worries, enjoy.
Don't take the job, the right job, or the wrong job, because you want to get straight back in there,
Yeah, no, I won't do, mate.
Wait till it's there. Right, love to the family, yeah?
Cheers, guys. Enjoy.
Cheers, mate.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Fair one.
Yeah.
That ball's coming out. Fair one. Yes, thanks.
Better than Wednesday.
Know my stance. Brilliant. Who do you think goes in there then, Bill?
I think someone's really lined up for there, mate. I've said it for weeks. Like, everyone keeps telling me I'm talking bullshit, but I actually think someone is lined up.
What, you think it's Michael Deff too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I think someone's worked inside. That's what I think. And I've been told I'm talking bollocks. And I might be talking bollocks, but
Come Wednesday evening or Thursday, definitely announced.
I said Liam knows what I think. I think
Should I go for an interview for banter?
you won't fucking get an interview. Go on then. Call him up now on live. Call Alan Maguire up right now live.
Give me his fucking number. Give me his number.
No,
send me his number and I'll ring him now and say, can I have an interview?
Man, it's not fair.
I am undefeated in the SCFL.
I actually think, right, they've done a good job there. Like, him and Harrison have done a good job. We can't deny.
No, they've done a great job. Great job there.
I actually think it'll be I think some of the committee will be relieved they've gone. It's a good parting for both parties.
Yeah,
I think.
Oh, yeah, you're probably right. Anyway, we spoke enough about that.
Yeah.
Lee,
who's on the list? Who I can't get the list up on mine, boys, because I've only got one thing. So
where are we going?
I just said, look, through anonymous. I don't actually know this number, but someone has just put Paul Ettridge for the job.
Oh, who's that? Our Defy's messaged me.
Has he really?
He's like, I ain't been lined up.
Go on.
Just to clarify, I don't even like Stephen Trussell. Defy. I'll tell you what, right?
The guy's name that's come up as the one who's worked him in, by the way.
I'll tell you what, one thing about his name, right. I'll do that comment in a second. One thing about Defy, right? Whenever you meet him, you have a beer with him or anything like that.
Oh, Paul Etters. Is it Paul Etters?
Who's that?
Something like
one thing you do about Defy, he's class with the banner. Yeah, he is class. I've got a lot of time for him. Albeit, Defy, when we did my Dugout Diary series, you did have your lady next to you, who's the PR lady, and she was keeping a leash on you.
Right. Hold on. So Defy, and suppose this Paul was with Defy at Shoreham. That's the
right,
message.
okay.
But I don't recognise the number. So if you want me to tell it who it came from, you need to send me a message and tell me who you are, because otherwise
Right.
you've got my number and I'm not happy. If I'm honest, because my number don't go out there.
What's the cheesy chips episode,
Right.
Mike?
Yeah, Beth and Amelia from Roffey, two wonderful ladies that have supported me. Beth was the first ever lady that come on the Dugout Diaries series. They've started a well funny TikTok reviewing the cheesy chips around the ground. I tell you what, it's fucking quality. So go and check out the cheesy chips with Beth and Amelia on TikTok. It is banner. It's well worth a look.
Where have they done so far?
About 2 places so far, but they're value. They are value. They go into it like scientists. They really do.
They're cheesy chips connoisseurs, yeah?
Definitely back in the
Beth, drop the TikTok in on a comment.
Yeah, drop it in, Beth. What's it called?
Defin's back in the chat.
Oh, Defy, come on.
Work me in might be something to do with actually being successful in the game too, mate. All the love, load. Take care. Take care.
Do you need to get Shoreham relegated? And then
I believe so.
Defy, you're a legend, mate. Anytime you want to come on, mate, you come on. I've got a lot of time for that. And yeah, Beth's done the Whisper and Horseshoe so far. There it is.
we'll
The
check that
SDF
out.
cheesy chips, I believe.
Right, we'll have a look at that after.
Right, yeah, so no talk about Jimmy not going in then. I thought he was early favourite. Jimmy Farrell.
No, that was, what's his name? That was thinking on a wind up.
Jack on a wind up, was it?
Yeah. End of the day, like whoever goes in there, say Defy does get the job, right? Let's just say he gets the job. It's not undeserved, is it?
No, not so.
But like, you know, whether he's working or not, is it going to be? It's not going to cause outroar, is it? No.
No, you shouldn't do.
Monty, you live up that way.
What,
I know
Horsham?
obviously in your estate it's a bit different. But who do you think?
He's got his own whole postcode, mate. You don't live near anyone.
400 acres.
It's true. There's no town in my postcode.
Yeah,
It's just the
he owns the town.
So, but no, I'd agree with Deathy. I mean, Jimmy's someone I know and I work with still because I coach with him at South Park doing the under 12s. So,
how many jobs have you got?
Yeah, right, Monty. Reel off what you do.
Monty, when I saw you coaching the Milo under 18s,
laying down.
You come watch our FA Youth Cup game tomorrow night at YM.
I don't think I'll be allowed in there at the moment. To be fair,
Michael Deff will be there.
Defy, get me on the gate, lad. Will you?
Look, on a serious one, right? So, like, his name's the one who's getting put up for it. So, what's like, from my perspective, what's the pros? I don't really know. So, what are the pros and cons?
Pro, he's done the level before.
Yeah.
Those
players, yeah.
Those players.
What's the con?
They didn't go well for him.
Am I wrong in saying he got Shoreham nearly ready? Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. He was the manager when they changed managers just before the end of the season. They stayed up on the final day because Loxwood conceded 90-odd minute.
Yeah, like really last minute goal.
Oh, yeah. No, hold on, Mike. Is this the guy? So I'll remember this now because this was the season I finished off at Lancing, wasn't it? 2 years ago when Loxwood got ready.
Yes.
Yeah. So again, Defy's listening, right? So did Defy go in at Loxwood for the back end of that season after Shoreham?
Yes,
I believe so. Yeah, he did.
A couple of games, didn't he?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they were in trouble anyway. It's not his fault. They were
No, they were really poor.
Okay, so but what was before that? No, like, does he want to come on? Does he want to do his interview on here?
No. That was Archie just giving Monty some shit, saying he's going to go easy on him.
All right.
Not like last time.
Look, I think for me,
no, we'll actually have players tomorrow.
I hope so, mate.
For me, with regards to that situation, and if he gets the job, there's no issue there, right? As long as he, it sets the expectations up and does what he does. Whoever gets the job there, like Dow
yourself out.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm no. I'm not. I'm not
Because a
going
lot
to.
of people have said
3 hour. It's a 3 hour drive, mate. Round trip.
you do that because you're a
No,
whorefly.
no, no. I'll go to games, but I'm not committing my like. Because this is what Liam Giles just says. Yeah, you have to kind of. You have to like travel like you have to travel early. Like there'd be so much
Yeah.
to do. Like right now, I am 7 minutes. Like I'm 7 minutes from my home ground. Right, I could be there like that. If I need to do so, I could be at the ground like that. If I've got to kick a fox off the pitch because it's dug a hole, or I can be there. Right, it's great. It would have like there's no secret that like with regards to management that I do have aspirations at some point. No rush at some point, but I'm not like not for 3.5 hours. Like 3 hours with no traffic.
Yeah,
You know,
that's fucking
you
boring.
Yeah. It's,
it could be 4 hours like round trip, and then it's the away trips. Then it's getting the kit. It's like I've got to get staff locally to do stuff. Like it's not my area. Like it's not my area. So like I'm not
I'm
going
not
to do.
ruling
yes.
myself out. I'm not ruling myself out yet.
I'm going back. I am. I will be in Horsham tomorrow to go to the next shop to get a refund on my suit. All right.
I'm not going to get an interview. I haven't applied, but I'm not ruling myself out. I'm waiting for the big call, so I can get out of
I
this
wouldn't go to
podcast.
the next
game.
shop in Horsham at the moment, mate. It's fucking closed.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
You
the
ain't getting your you have
whole,
to come down to Shoreham, mate, and get
whole
a
of the
refund
town
there.
centre's closed because a glass panel fell out the roof.
Oh, fuck.
What the?
Yeah, it's been closed for about 3 weeks.
Oh,
Dear,
well,
Right.
that destroys the rumours, doesn't it? I didn't buy a
There we
suit.
go.
All right. So these people, they're wrong. Billy Wood is not making a 3 hour round trip.
Who was next on the list, boys, after this?
I think it's Peacehaven, wasn't it?
Yeah, I want to talk
Great
about
win.
Peacehaven.
Oh, my.
What a fucking start they've had to step for. I'll be honest, right? You know, they got me out of jail when I had that thing in the playoffs, and
Yeah.
you know, Shutty's boys did incredible there. But Whitstable, a team who, you know, they're gonna be up there without a doubt. In what they've done in the Vars and that they've done 4-0.
No, Whitstable won't be. There's
You
so
don't
many
think
you
they?
don't know about Whitstable. You
No,
don't
you
like.
don't.
So Whitstable's management team, Jamie Call and them lot have gone to Margate and they've taken all the players there.
Oh right.
Oh,
Okay.
Namara is captain of Margate now. He won the league with us. So they've all left and they've all gone to Whitstable. They've gone to Margate from Whitstable.
But let's take nothing away from what Peacehaven did there.
No. To win, you've got to
4-0.
win. Got to win.
Dugout boy, Connor Ty, he got a couple in there. You got to lay the money down with the right people, haven't you? You know what I mean? In there, but how do you reckon they do this year?
Well, Peacehaven,
I
Yeah,
think we're all right.
I think
Do you not
staying
think?
up. Well, I think just stay up.
Yeah.
If they stay up, they've won the league in my mind.
that's success, isn't it? That is
Yeah.
success and progression.
Stay keeps them up. They've won the league. And that might sound like I'm being like condescending, but it's not like one, it's not the greatest of leagues anymore. I've got to be completely honest with you. But secondly, it's it's just got to make first year, Dan. Like first year at that level, you stay up, and then you move. They're not a Faversham town stepping up and then got a 10 grand a week budget, or they're not one of those sort of clubs, are they? So they've got a modest budget. And they have to operate modest. Like Charlie Curran, who was at Bexhill, started from yesterday. I think I bigged up Charlie on him before. Actually, he's an ex-Hastings Academy lad, and got a lot of time for him. He's a great player, and I want Peacehaven to do well. I
So do I.
Yeah.
actually want all the Sussex clubs to do well. All the Sussex clubs in Isthmian League to do well.
So just before I go.
Announce Jimmy now.
Just before I go, and I'll leave you boys with something to talk about. Free Bridges not having the best start to life in a new league, a higher level. What do you think has gone on, or what isn't hitting the spot at the moment?
Not a lot.
I've watched them play, and I watched them play against Eastbourne Borough, and they were well worthy of a point, maybe all 3 points. They were 3-0 down at the time, and that second half was one of the best team performances I've seen aside. And they had them rocked. They had them absolutely rocked, and were unlucky. They've had a really hard start, right? So Freebridges played Dartford away, Dartford at home. Dartford probably one of the favourites to win that league. Yeah, Eastbourne Borough away and Chatham away. That's like
3 hard teams.
well, welcome to step 3. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a real baptism of fire. And they've got Averley next, and Averley are no mugs either. So they've got our team. They're a bit like they're a good side. They're well drilled. Like they know that like Krells is a great manager, by the way.
Oh, superb manager.
Aura, the lot. He's worthy of that.
He's destined for league football, I think, eventually.
Yeah, I think so. I think eventually, right? Or he'd be a really good National League manager. Like, which is amazing as well. But his squad is a little bit light. Noel Leighton's been injured. Like Reece Hallard didn't play against.
Sam Roberts, their goalie's been injured.
Yeah. Sam came back in the sticks for the. He had to come off the bench, because the keeper in front of it, the keeper that was replaced him whilst he's injured, got injured at Eastbourne Borough. Like Reece, like Noel Leighton was on the bench, like came off the bench Saturday, but they've got neither of the the Hallard brothers are playing at the moment either.
Why are they not playing, by the way?
Injured, must be injured. Josh was on the bench against Borough, but didn't play. Obviously, Noel's been injured. Noel got injured in that Charity Shield game, whatever it's called. And Reece Hallard came off after, I don't know when he came off. Josh Hallard came off after 24 minutes first game of the season, and then Reece Hallard came off. I think he came off. He definitely came off. He came off after 73 minutes. Maybe that was just a tactical one, but that's that for me. I think it's just a case of like they'll be all right. They've got enough about them. Like league table don't look great right now, but I think they'll have enough. I hope they will anyway.
I absolutely echo what you say there. They will be fine without a doubt. You know, they progressed on. They've got a young side as well. They have got a young side there, and they will be more than all right. I'm ready. I'm really certain for that. Same with Burgess Hill, and even Whitehawk as well.
And I think Eastbourne Borough might get promoted this year. I think they'll be up in the.
I've actually bet on them, Eastbourne Borough, because you can go and bet on them down Ladbrokes, can't you? They did all right for me the other day as well.
He's got the best black book, best Barnet, lovely pair of trainers that he weren't allowed to wear on a picture of Averley, but he's all right, old King.
He is. Same as Bourbejeef. I think they'll be absolutely fine as well. You know, I think they got unlucky yesterday, didn't they? Was it their trophy 2-1? They lost the trophy yesterday.
2-1 South Park, yeah.
Coming down, I possibly am, Ellie. Yeah, possibly, quite possibly.
What does everyone think about Stenning? It's really hard for me to comment about Step 4 because obviously we're in it, but what does everyone think about Stenning?
Well, I'm off, so I'll let you lot talk about it.
Well, say that, mate. For me, I think Brannan's. You know, he's going to be a great coach. You know, what's progression this year? Survival? It has to be, doesn't it?
Yeah, but even I know it sounds really bad, but do you even say they go down? Yeah,
I don't think they go down.
I know, but say they do. I think as long as the signs are there for Brannan and it's progressed like that, they're battling. They're not dying every week. They're not just getting rolled over. You kind of stick with him, don't you? And try and grow with him a little bit. Do you know what I mean?
Hmm.
I don't know. Maybe I'm being naive. 1 minute we're saying sack managers who don't win games of football. Next minute I'm saying if a manager gets relegated, he should keep his job. But you know what I mean? Like, I think there's a unique scenario there of a young manager stepping from playing to the dugout, and it can go either way with that. It's hard, right? It really is hard.
I don't think they're a club that will make a rash decision. Do you?
They don't
Not at
sack
all.
managers, do they?
No. I think they show their faith, and and they do that, and it's good to see clubs like that. I think Stenning is a really, really well run club. I really do. I think on and off the pitch they put a lot of money into it
Yeah.
for the infrastructure. They're always doing bits to the ground, similar to Burgess Hill in that way. But you've got a good squeegee game. Is there anything you use? I'm going to put this comment up because Burgess LaRouge became famous off that TikTok. Do you remember him when Lee left? You remember he said he was out of order? Remember Burgess LaRouge?
But
Look at that comment.
you've got a good squeegee game. Is there any reason to use a cloth afterwards to prevent watermarks on the shell? What?
He needs, and he's only getting airtime there because he was part of that reel that went viral there. So, but yeah, you're a strange one, LaRouge. You are. Let's talk about East Preston losing 5-0 yesterday. 8 goals in the last 3 been scored.
East Preston got the radar for me a little bit because I don't really see much about them.
You know what? I had a really good chat with, well, not so long, because with Kev Rayner the other day when they played Arundel, which was a decent enough game in there. Maybe not so good quality wise, but second half was definitely better. Shout out to my man Stormy, Matt Storm, that scored. He's got about 3 already this season after dropping down from Littlehampton. But that's a strange one because if you're looking at form, like you're looking form of a horse, yeah, who they run against, who they play against, and that.
Oh, I'll just say something.
Go on.
Oh, Arundel in the Vase.
Yes.
Yeah, they've got a buy through because of how well they did last year.
Oh, okay, brilliant.
Okay.
Same with Crawley down Gatwick, and East Grinstead came down, so they get buys through.
Okay.
I'm glad you knew that, Molly, because I didn't have a fucking clue about that.
Well, I should do. I play in it.
Oh yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I'm past those days, mate. To be fair, and in there, but I like Brandon. Brandon's a good guy. Right. So look, I had a chat with Kev, right, and they played Dial Square, and they lost 1-0 to Dial Square, and he thought they were unlucky. And then Dial Square got battered 7-0 by Dorking Wanderers, and then it's happened 5-0. Yes, who did they play yesterday, Mon?
What, EP? They played Jarvis Brook.
Oh, right. Up the brook. I saw that pitch. It's like all the others, isn't it? It's like the Sahara.
5-0 half time.
Yeah, it was 5-0 half time, which is,
But don't forget, Dial Square got a red card when they played Dorking B, though. So you don't know how early that was. It was 2 yellows, so I would expect it to be later on. But the 7-0 goals, the goals for Dorking in that game came in the 18th minute, 53, 64, 79, 83, 84, 89. So it seems like they had a red card, and they were 2-0 until the 63rd minute.
Seems like they gave up after that.
Seems like they got a red card and just.
So questions with it, right? That league a little bit. The teams that I don't know anything about, Dial Square and Clanfield. Like Clanfield don't look like they're going to do much by their early results.
I had a good chat with their gaffer pre-season, who's a really good lad. He's really.
Who are they? Where are they? What's their story?
Clanfield's like fucking over that way, in like miles over in the Wessex, isn't it? Out that way, isn't it?
Are they going to struggle then? Are they going to struggle?
I know they got a lot of bigger teams around them. When I say bigger teams, no disrespect to Clanfield, but I'm saying some bigger teams around them there. Took a lot of their players, and He was trying to wear his heart on his chest, but I suppose
So,
it is
so
what it is.
their next league game's against Shoreham at Shoreham, so really Shoreham should beat them, right?
I'd probably expect so. To be fair, sure. Before that though, Shoreham have got a short journey past your way over to the Westies on Tuesday.
But Westfield have started the season poorly as well, so they couldn't. They drew with Ringmer and lost on pens.
Yeah, well, didn't they? They had 2 penalty shootouts in the last 2 games, didn't they?
Lost both of them, sadly. But
Yeah,
look, the tide will turn with those boys. It's just when, isn't it? It's just when.
100%. Jack Stapley and Harry Stapley have done wonders down that club. They really, really have.
They've got Shoreham. Like, I think that game, because I think that game will suss out where Westfield are at. So if Westfield struggle in that game, then I think they've got to look at it and go, right, we need players, right? Or something needs to change. Not manager, just something needs to change. And then, but yeah, sure, we've got Clanfield the week after, so I don't know. I'm just intrigued. I'm intrigued by Dial Square and Clanfield. Send me some, like, if you're either at one of those clubs, tweet me a VO link to one of your games. I'd love to just have a watch. So I'm talking like with a little bit of understanding about what you're about. So
Yeah.
I mean, Clanfield have conceded 3 goals in each of their 3 games they played this season.
And who they played?
Saltdean Infinity and Romsey Town.
Well, Saltdean Infinity will probably finish in
top
the
two,
top 2 or 3, but both of them.
They're the top 2 teams this year, I think.
Don't know anything about Romsey.
And then according to the website, their game against Loxford on the 18th is postponed. That's Tuesday night's game. Apparently, it's postponed according to the website.
Cup game. That's why.
Right. Yeah, that would make sense.
Honestly, if you're at Dial Square or Clanfield and you bother listening to us, which you probably don't, like, I won't share it with opposition, but I love to be educated about you a little bit more. So I love a VO link to a game. That'd be great.
I definitely know the Dial Square lads tune in because they on the SNF when we did our predictions, we all put them like well out of the way. And I think even the chairman got on the phone and went, "No, you're wrong," which is good. So I appreciate that. But yeah, I think there's one of the guys up there something to do with like the Arsenal agents, isn't it? If I'm right in saying.
Yeah, Dial Square is where Arsenal originated from, so it's all Arsenal. Well, Arsenal were from. Arsenal is all about. Dial Square is quite famous within the Arsenal group, so.
Okay, and congratulations, Monty, on winning the whatever it is, the Community Shield today.
Yeah, I didn't watch the game. Too busy getting through the next round of the bars.
Oh, Dial Square's in Knaphill.
Yeah, they played Knaphill, yeah.
I had it in my head they were.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was. I read online. When they came into the league, I read online. It was like a fan group who got pissed off with the Arsenal owners and went and started their own club.
Yeah, that's it. This is exactly. I'm reading it now.
That's pretty cool, isn't it? To be fair, that's pretty cool.
Dial Square up there is one of my favourite teams now. Up the Dial Square. Go on. Joe, what? I'm going to start. Come on, Dial Square. I'm putting you in my bio. You're my team now. You're my favourites. Come on, let's go and get some points on the board. Come on.
Right.
So yeah, Arsenal originally called Dial Square. That's the thing before becoming Arsenal. And then in January 2020, Arsenal fan Stuart Morgan founded Dial Square after becoming disillusioned with the club. There you go. He was not happy.
Hang on. Shout out my boy Agent Nigel Williams. He's listening there. He's been helping me out with some info in and around the stuff. Shout out Nigel. You're my guy.
Can we open up, Mike? Can we just for the last 5 minutes, just any random question?
I'll put it out there. I'll put it out there for the random questions. Whilst you're there, both of you, I just want to, just with the Prem games, I want a quick win. I'm going to call them out whilst I go through these. Right. These are happening on Saturday. No, when's the 18th? Oh, Tuesday. Crawley Down, Gatwick or Guernsey? Quickly.
It's at Crawley Down.
Yep.
I say
it down.
draw.
Crawley Down.
East Grinstead Wick.
East Grinstead.
East Grinstead, yeah.
YM Forest Row.
Draw.
YM.
Forest Row need a win. Little Common, New Haven.
New Haven.
New Haven.
Pagan, Billinghurst.
Pagan.
Yeah, I agree.
Vardinians, Bexhill.
I'm going to say draw.
Bexhill. Bexhill.
Hassocks, Seaford.
Hassocks.
Hassocks, yeah.
Oh, this would be a good one. Hayward, Heath, Eastbourne.
Oh,
Heath.
Hayward. Heath, yeah.
Steve,
Yeah.
Steve, stop my drink, please. I'll come and see you. Yeah, Jimmy, go on, get your question up. Right, and the next one is Lingers, Lingfield, Lancing.
Lingers.
Cool. This is a one. Midhurst, Roffey.
No comment.
Well, you're going to say Roffey though, mate, and yeah.
That's
even worse.
I don't make predictions on my team's games ever.
Right. Well, I reckon that'd be game of the.
Roffey.
I never make a prediction on any team that I play, coach, or have any affiliation. I'm never make a prediction.
Should we put up the Div 1 as well while we're waiting for Jimmy's question?
Go on, would you say? And quit. But Brett Pittman's going to slam 3 against Monty. I tell you what, he could, mate. When I saw that geezer in action, Pittman in action, he is the most professional bloke that you will see. He's ice cold. He's like a bit Jeffrey Dahmer, mate. You know, he knows exactly what he's going to do before the game and after. So, yeah. Come on in, Jim. What's your question, mate? You just put in question there. Mr. Dugout founder, how much does Dugout 90 drink cost? 14 quid for 23 cans of 330 ml.
Right, you got the Div 1 results fixtures up?
Yeah, Div 1 ounce coming up there. Here we can go. Right. Mile Oak, Elsham.
Mile Oak.
Oh, this would be a good one. Reigate Priory, Infinity.
Draw.
Infinity.
Westies v Shoreham.
2 very out of form teams.
I'm going to say draw.
Either a draw or Westfield win, I think.
Walcountians versus Oakwood.
Walcountians.
Walcountians, yeah, I think.
I think Walcountians are a good side, mate. I do.
Yeah, I agree.
Arundel, Dial Square.
My team, Dial Square. No, I think Arundel win that, but
I'll go Dial Square. Arsenal.
I'm going Arundel. Up the Arundel, up the castle.
Clanfield, Loxwood.
Fuck
That's
me.
not going up. That's not being played.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right. Postponed, yeah, sorry. Dorking Wanderers B versus Guildford City.
Guildford City.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Ringmut, East Preston.
Draw.
East Preston.
And Selsey, Jarvis Brook.
Selsey.
Okay.
Jarvis Brook.
Right, if there's no more questions coming in, because Jimmy decided the right question. Look, this is Jimmy's question.
Question.
It's a great question, that one.
Excellent. Another 2,500 of you watching tonight.
Are we expecting then, Wednesday, Horsham Wyham to announce Michael Deff as manager?
If they haven't announced Lee Penn by then, yeah.
Do you know what? Could you imagine the banner? If you've been having interviews, Bill, and you've been keeping it from us all in the group.
Then I'll pop up with a shirt.
Yeah. If
On
that
a serious note, I really am enjoying what I am. Really, really enjoying it. There's maybe 1 or 2 clubs that I would potentially talk to. Only 1 or 2. That's it.
I know those ones, yeah. I understand that. Right. want to thank everyone again for the support. Another 2,500 of you on there tonight. Just
We
very,
are
very
consistent.
nice.
We're consistent every week. We're consistent. We know that. Like,
It
it's
is.
not about doing one massive rating. Like we're not. That's not us. That's not how it came. We're
No, it
consistent.
ain't, because there's only 2 podcasts or 2 shows that are doing anything like this for Sussex football. And guess what? They're both
We're
on the
both,
same brand.
yeah. Like, hey, by the way, I want to massively kind of big up that 4,000 on. Obviously, it was the big news story of the week, right? And you were and I say you, like you're both, but like SLIF were days from that announcement. We were Sunday, so that paid off that you guys were there. But every time, like, you guys watch us or watch the SNLF, like, it helps us all. Like, we're one big family.
Yeah.
We're not trying to beat them. Like, they're not trying to beat us. We have a little bit of banter in between, but all we want to do is we want to factually grow. Like, just be around for Sussex football. Go on, you got something?
I got a message from Jimmy here.
Go on.
He's saying there was a question attached to his comment.
There wasn't.
Budget
It just said
chatbot.
question. What?
He's calling your chatbot budget, mate. Not picking up his question.
Oh, no.
Budget?
So what is the
We're
question?
talking about budgets. Budgets at Rothry. Should we talk about budgets, should we?
I ain't fucking seen our budget, so nothing comes into my bank account. So,
Jimmy, my bot. I've offered. This is fact. I've already been offered about my AI bot that I've been working on for well over 8 months, and I've been offered for. Thank you, Will.
Thanks,
I've
mate.
been offered good money for it, mate. Good money for the technology behind it, which you lot haven't really seen. Put it this way, right? How many people can put together in 2 hours a 63-page newsletter without having to touch the PC? And I'm sitting there at breakfast going, approve, deny, approve, deny, approve, deny. Yeah. It is what it is. It is what it is. But look, as Bill said, look, thank everyone, you know what I mean? Look, we don't do this for money. Because
No.
I'll tell you what, it costs a shitload for this. This what you're watching tonight, okay? That's 85 quid, right? Just to put this out. And that's without any of the time or anything like that. And look, how many sponsors do you see? 0. I don't have sponsors, right? Because if we have sponsors, you have to be, how would you say?
Well, we've had it, and we've had people say, "Oh, we want to do this here," and then we say, "Oh, yeah, cool, that's a poor result," and they go, fucking, I'm not going to help you now. It's like,
Look,
well, how can you be like non-biased? Like, I don't think we don't batter anyone on here. Like, we try and give it as much as like a bit of a perspective. Now, if you're losing every week, you're going to get called out. You're going to get talked about. If you're winning every week, you're going to be praised. If you tick
yeah,
along mid-table, like you've got a relegation budget, you're going to get praised. If you've got a promotion budget and you're sitting mid-table, you're not going to get praised. It's just what it is.
yeah, Bill, you're absolutely right. I
I
mean,
just
look.
realised something we didn't mention tonight was the Sussex Senior Cup draw that was done yesterday.
Oh, go on, then, go on, pop it out then. Pop it out then.
How, too early for me to think about, mate. Too early. I'll see you in the next round.
Go on, because I noticed Worthing United got Rothie, didn't they?
They did.
I know City was well happy with that one.
Mile Oak Hailsham, Lancing Oakwood, Westfield Newhaven, Midhurst v Pagham, East
Ooh.
Grinstead Town versus Peacehaven and Telscombe, Saltdean United versus Horsham YM, Eastbourne United versus Varndinians, Shoreham versus Jarvis Brook, Arundel East Preston, Crawley Down Gatwick against Haywards Heath, Wick versus Seaford, Infinity host Stenning, Little Common host Forest Row, Worthing United at home to Rothie, Selsey host Ringmer, Loxwood host Billingshurst, and Bexhill host Hassocks. Fixtures are to be played on or before Wednesday, the 9th of September. So
Wow.
that is the week before the second round of the Vars.
That is my 25th anniversary. That is.
And then the big dogs come in the round after.
But I think you made a good point, Bill. There is banter between both brands, yeah. But at the same time, there's 5 on this one, 4 on that. I've had over 20 contributors to the news thing. You know, we do other things with other clubs and that. It's just like a whole community. No one makes any fucking money out of it. You know, everyone puts in the money. And if they knew the money we put in pre-season, Bill, no one would ever batter an eyelid.
So you've got to look at it, little things as well. Like one night, I might pop up on a Wednesday. Another night, we might get a food review on a Sunday. Like there's going to be a bit of cross promotional stuff. We're all one big team, and we're all serving it. We might be a little bit more punchy. You'd be a bit more. But then saying that, Grant's been quite punchy on a Wednesday, from what I see. So you know, like he kind of backed me up. I listened to him back me up on my point. What fuck, I forgot the point now. But he backed me up on the point about, I think, about, you know, man, this is doing about, you know, being managers setting teams up. Like if you suspend, but like I think, I don't know. I just think it's look, we're doing. If people are listening, we're doing this because we just genuinely want to. I don't know. Like we're here, aren't we? We're having a laugh.
Well, we give a shit, don't we? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we haven't
About and we always leave the platform. Anyone can come on it.
Yeah.
Right. Anyone. That's it. It doesn't have to be. You don't have to be a coach. You can come on if you're a player. You come on that, you know, and have it. And we do really encourage it. You know. I think it'd be a lot more boring if both the brands just decided one day, like, well, fuck this. What's the point? Do you know what I mean? So
nothing will replace it. Like I think the one thing, like, we all have different roles in football. Obviously, Mike, you do a lot for other clubs, and you know, a lot of clubs come to you for chats and stuff about how to help with marketing and stuff. You get a lot of those, don't you? Let's be honest. You know, Lee's gone from being like an avid ground hopper to someone that's now like recognisable around the grounds. Like people know who Lee is because Lee's doing what Lee does, and now he's got his football shirt business, and that's only going to thrive as well, right? Monty's an active player, you know, not only a player, he's coaching around. You know, I'm just a big fucking idiot in Sussex football, but you know, I think we all kind of just do our things. We were all out doing what we would. Mate, great to meet you too, Brandon. But I think the one thing we've all got in common, whether our opinions are the same, whether our opinions are right, whether you don't think there's any logic to what we say, the one thing is that we all absolutely love football. Love. Like how many? I've been to games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Been to 8 games this week.
I know you are a slag for games. There's not many people that you ring Bill up and go, where is he? Where is he? Oh, he's at this game, or he's in South London on this game. He's in Kent on this game. Yeah. Mate, I'll be honest, right? I can only handle like one a week. You know, like yesterday, I had the wife chaperoning me, didn't I? Monty was there, you know.
She was very kind to you, though. She was very kind, I thought, letting you have 2 pints.
Mate, to be fair, I'm surprised he's allowed 2 pints.
I know, I was stunned. I turned up and he had a pint in his hand. I thought he was banned.
Yeah, well, she will ban him.
No,
I just want to say, like, with me going to games and stuff, like, you know, people might have a perception that I think I know everything. No, I don't. I go to these games because I'm a connoisseur for learning, like seeing something different, seeing a player, seeing a different shape or formation, or something different out of possession, something different in possession. I'm absolutely obsessed with knowing more and ingraining myself into it, you know, and working out if it fits my kind of principles. And yeah, I just love it, and it's great. It's great to see so many different coaches out there, different ideas, and long may that continue. And even when I'm in a job, which I'm in a job now, or not in a job, I'm still doing that. I'm still going out. Like training nights are training nights. But I didn't Tuesday night. What did we do Tuesday? Tuesday I was at training, then I went to the Eastbourne Borough Three Bridges game, and on Thursday I didn't go to a game, but I went to 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 7 games the weekend. Yeah, so over the week. But I just think it's healthy. Like, it's healthy if you've got an appetite for Sussex football. You've got an appetite for Sussex football.
Yeah, that's it. And look, whilst I'm running the ship, as they say, that ain't going to change, right? You know, we're gonna give opportunities to everyone, and that, even if it means it's going to cost a few quid, you know, we're going to support people, and that we're going to give people the chance to do that. Because I tell you what, there's some really skilled people out there. I mean, we're having a chat tomorrow about a cameraman. We're having a cameraman come round, and we're going to get wild. We can do some wild shit with that, you know, because I think that will probably take to the next level on the match day things. But yeah, I also want to thank everyone for you lads, because I wouldn't be able to do it if it weren't for you lot. You know, I know it takes time out of your schedule, so thank you, Monty. You've just come from a game. Bill, you're probably the businessman I know in the world. So, but you know, you both love it, and Lee,
This is my
you know,
downtime.
it is your downtime. You're a sicko. You message Bill. You can message him at 6:30 in the morning. He's got an opinion on football. You can message him at like 20. It's like 2:30 in the morning. He's got an opinion on football.
I'm always up. I'll tell you what, though. I'm letting everyone know. If anyone hasn't watched it yet, or never watched any of the seasons, but now or whatever, the new series of Reacher is out on Prime, right? And it is
Never heard of it.
check it out.
Jack Reacher. Yeah.
Mikey knows, right? New
No,
season.
I've never seen it. It's only because I had a really wild night with the wife last night, mate.
Oh, right. She
Yeah,
said,
we went straight upstairs and had 3 bags
yeah.
of Haribo.
Oh, right. Was she watching Jack
No.
Reacher?
No, but I saw it was on Amazon, and me and Sarah had never seen it before.
Mate,
You know?
honestly, she'll love it. He's big and stacked, big arms, the lot, mate. She might get a little bit arm flustered, but I tell you what, it's unbelievable. So it's new season. I'm watching it now. It's great.
Well, I will let everyone go. Again, well over 2,600 of you watching live there tonight. Thank you ever so much across the platforms. Truly appreciated. Everyone have an absolutely fantastic Monday morning. I am off to. I'm off to near Luton tomorrow in the morning. Off early.
Oh, nice.
Business meeting up at 9 o'clock. Got a fantastic presentation lined up. Meeting a couple of directors of what I'm doing, so and they know who they are. And we've got big plans. We've got big plans for that company I'm going to be working with. So
Right.
I'm looking forward to it. Everyone, take care. Have a fantastic night and sleep well, and have a wonderful week coming. We will see you next week.
Watch
Good
Reacher.
night.